So is this better or worse so far than the Noodle Shop podcast?
I think it's better because we have you here,
Okay.
Roger.
All right. Well, I mean, if we need to get people to click off the video, I can start talking about choking people. So
Speaking of dead remains of mold, I'm your host, Psionic, and welcome to the Weeb Crew. I did that out of order. Anyway, hi Mumi, you're here. You're my
Hi.
friend.
Hi.
And our guest today, as you may have already guessed, either given by you fucking heard him start speaking, or you guessed by the title of the episode. It's Roger Smith, 2004.
yeah, I finally was freed from my cryogenic chamber to finish this episode.
We finally, it's not that, it's just we kept forgetting and like being like, well, we should probably like schedule that at some point. Oh, well, I guess it's 2025 now. Well, maybe we'll get around to it soon. Cue September. I think it's been, has it been almost a year?
Yeah, almost a year. Quite frankly, I thought you just didn't want to record it after the poor reception of the last one.
It wasn't the poor reception of the last one, Roger. It was the fact that we did 2 takes of that last episode that I had to like splice together. I was losing my mind doing it. But we're not doing it that. So if this one sucks, it's just going to suck and it's going to go up tomorrow because when we did part 1, we weren't doing weekly episodes and now we're doing weekly podcast episodes.
All right, well.
So no pressure, Roger. All right? You got to do this in one take.
All right, yeah, it's like was it Real Life or whatever? It came out all in one go from.
Did it really? Did Real Life come
Yeah, it
out in
did.
2014?
No.
Oh. Oh, thank God. What's it? So let's see. Yeah. So where do we? So last time we did the first 2 seasons of 2014. So the winter and spring seasons, and now at long last, everyone, the moment you've all been waiting for. It's summer 2014 with such
Hooray!
wonderful, beloved anime like Tokyo Ghoul, Akame ga Kill,
Tokyo ESP.
Sort
Terror
of.
in Tokyo.
Sword Art Online Season 2.
It's very
Terror
funny
in
because
Resonance.
these 2 seasons, I think, are the 2 seasons I've seen the most anime from of any season.
Of any season period?
Yeah, I think I've seen the most from summer and fall 2014.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like
God,
looking down
help
this list,
us.
I'm like, I've seen it. Oh,
Fuck. Oh, this is going to be a 4-hour-long episode.
It's okay, Mumi. You know, we'll go back to, back when it was you in your prime, the good old days.
The good old days.
If need be, we will do summer 2014 this week and fall 2014 next week.
Well,
So,
I'll hopefully be here.
we'll just fucking
So the
kidnap
problem,
you if
the
you're
problem
not.
is, the problem is, I don't even know how much I'd have to say about most of these, honestly.
Yeah,
You don't
not
have
gonna
a
lie,
hot
Sai.
take
Then
on
if-
Tokyo Ghoul?
I mean, I do. I think
Yeah.
it's fucking shit.
No.
Yeah, not gonna lie, Sai, if you do kidnap me, you really will be like that snake guy from The Bad Guys.
Oh God fucking damn it. No one, we've not seen we don't understand. This is an anime podcast, Roger. You can't be referencing cartoons. Not only is it going to confuse me, you're especially going to confuse Mumi.
I am. Well, who's the bad guys?
See what you've done? You can't. Listen, if you're going to do that, let me know beforehand so I can like put my hands over Mumi's ears.
All right, fine. Is this better? You're kind of like the Hebi character from Badugaizu.
Hebephilia?
No, I think he's talking. No, he's talking about the same fucking movie. He just said it in the Japanese. Jesus Christ. Well, I mean, what do we want to like kick off with? Because I mean, if there's a lot here, all right? So, what do you have the most to say about? Because I've seen. I mean, you can see what I've seen, just like because I'm the one sharing my like analyst screen right now.
From
Yeah, I mean,
from summer.
Mumi's the guest of honor here, so
What?
I think he should pick first.
I'm a guest on my own podcast. Roger,
Mumi,
what
you
is
get
your
to pick
favorite
first.
anime? What is everyone's anime of the season for 2014 summer?
Oh, that's a good way.
I think Mumi knows the answer, and he doesn't want me to talk about it.
I'm trying
Wait, let's see.
to.
I
I'm
don't- I
scrolling
don't remember
through.
the answer.
I think I hated most anime I saw this season. I'm not even. Yeah. I guess. Well, I like when Marnie was there. That's a good like movie.
It's a pretty
Monthly
good
Girls-
movie.
Monthly
Yeah.
Girls
Yeah.
Nozaki-kun is a
Oh, that's
fun
good.
show.
What do you mean? You can't hate Nozaki-kun.
No, I don't hate it. I'm just not like super big on it. Sakura Capsule is cute. Hana Monogatari was a Monogatari entry of all time.
Yeah,
And then I
never
fucking
watched it.
I hate Akame ga Kill, SAO II, Terror in Resonance, and Rail Wars. That's what I've seen from this season.
I don't hate
So it's-
Terror and Resonance.
I don't. It's like on that border for me, and it's like it's just dumb, and it's not on the level of like Lazarus, but it's just dumb enough where I'm just like, what was the point, man? What are we doing?
I thought it was like fine. Like it definitely is a bit of its own ass a little bit.
Well, I think like the moment with Terror and Resonance for me where I was like, okay, I fucking don't care for this at all is when they introduced like the detective character and he's like sitting there playing chess, and it's like he's like the most basic archetype for like a detective, like disgruntled detective character ever, and it's like they hit every fucking cliche with it, and I'm just like, oh God Christ.
Yeah, like, I mean, I can't say that it's well written by any means.
No. No, I
But
mean, it does look good.
It looks good. I think it's stupid, but it's like fine. Like
Alright.
I'm not offended by the writing.
You know, I am
Well-
not like gawking at it like I was Lazarus.
Right.
Perchance, have any of y'all's thought that 12 from the show bears a striking resemblance to me?
Wait, which one is 12?
Well, are we talking about you, Ige Roger Smith 2004, or you in real life? Because I've not seen you in real life, so I don't know.
No, Hige Roger Smith 2004.
Okay, I was like, I've seen you in real life, Roger.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure he was supposed to be Hige again. I think they were trying to channel that.
I can
feel like
see
it.
that, yeah.
Even gets the girl, just like Hige.
Yeah? Oh, the
Yeah.
nondescript depressed girl.
Yeah, Lisa.
Yeah.
Why, Lisa? Why?
You're tearing me apart, Lisa. Yeah, Terror and Resonance. It's not the worst thing Shinichiro Watanabe has done.
Yeah, I know. That's
It
Carol
was
and
at least
Tuesday.
like a serviceable mystery thing where I'm like able to watch it as a mystery and be kind of
As opposed to Lazarus, which was like
as opposed to
offensive
Lazarus.
as a mystery.
Lazarus, I'm like, dog, he's right there. What is
Is this like the first like big L I think that like Watanabe takes though, because like prior to that it was like Samurai Champloo, Kids on the Slope
Kids
was
on the
pretty
Slope.
good, and then like I mean
Space Dandy?
give him some
Yeah.
credit for Space Dandy, and then Terror Resonance is just like oh, and then I guess Roger, do you not like Carol and Tuesday?
Oh, I actually. All right. So here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
For the most part, I like Terror in Resonance. I think it's all right. I had fun with it. And people consider it to be like the embarrassing Watanabe show. I consider Carol and Tuesday to be the embarrassing
that bad?
Watanabe show.
I've not
It
seen
is
it.
like a disaster.
How? It doesn't look like it does. Like it just seems like
All
a
right.
fucking music anime.
That's what you'd think. But the second half has like a politics plot line where
What?
Tuesday's mom is like female Donald Trump and she's running for president.
What? What?
And the people on Mars are like getting deported.
What is this? Okay, I understand now, because I've always seen people like hate on Carol and Tuesday. I'm just like, why? This looks fairly inoffensive.
It's.
I feel like you might.
I wish it was just like an inoffensive music show.
Yeah, like
It
I think
tries-
it was like a sci-fi like Kids on the Slope or something.
No.
No.
It unfortunately tries to do like a political plot line, but it's just like it's so weird and bad. And the worst part about it to me is that Carol and Tuesday don't even freaking do anything. They don't. Because female
what are they
Donald
supposed
Trump,
to do? They're like
well,
musicians.
no, female Donald Trump actually just resigns on her own. She doesn't even win the presidency.
Okay. This doesn't
so Carol
matter.
and Tuesday did freaking nothing for that. They didn't even do anything. I get some people, they say like, oh yeah, you know, the music, you know, they were trying to like convince the public, right?
Fight the power, man. This machine kills fascists.
An attempt
Yeah,
was
I don't
made.
buy that. That's her mom. And then they had that really bad romantic subplot. They had that stalker subplot before they introduced like the big political conflict where like someone's like stalking them, some like crazy fan. Oh my gosh, man.
I didn't expect the Lady Gaga cover.
It doesn't
Wait,
even
what?
look that good, man. Wait, what?
Yeah, the bad romance. The Lady
Oh,
Gaga cover.
bad
God,
romance.
fucking damn it. No.
Yeah. Well, anyhow, that's 5 years from now. So contact me in 5 years for me to rant about.
I'll do
Carol
that in
on
2030 if this podcast is still, if the world is still here. Yeah, Terra is whatever. I guess we'll start off with
my favorite anime.
Yes, because you've seen the most here.
I mean, I guess you say Hana Monogatari. That would be my favorite, I guess, technically.
Even Hana Monogatari is like, that's like my least favorite Monogatari entry, if I'm going to be honest.
It's not my least favorite, but it is like more whelming, I guess, but not.
Yeah. There's some nice scenes, but it's like, I'm just kind of like, it's just the thing with like Kombaru. I'm like, okay, fine.
You don't like Kombaru? Is that your problem?
I do like No, I really like Kombaru.
You don't like Kaiki fucking
no, that is literally the best part of Hana Monogatari is that scene where he shows up, especially given how season 2 ends. You're like, oh.
I like when he gets beat to death in the snow and then.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What you're saying you don't love Nobunaga Concerto?
I haven't seen it yet. That's
really?
one of those.
That's like the one you haven't.
Well, it's one that like everybody watched. Okay, I say everybody.
No,
it's one that people watched.
It was the big talk on the playground. I'll have you know.
It was one of those that like people in threads would be talking about like, oh, this is like underrated of the season or whatever. But I was already watching like 25 shows, so I'm like, oh, I'll go back around to it. And now it's 11 years later, and I still haven't seen it.
So I got around to
it. It was okay. I feel like I didn't really understand the history at the time, so I felt like a bunch of it went over my head. But it is kind of funny that like he's some guy, like he has the freaking book or whatever, like the history book, and he's just like trying to get it to like play out a certain way. That's what I remember about it.
I don't know. So I don't remember
that and kill my weakness.
I guess like in terms of like new anime movie, what is your favorite anime of the season?
Barakamon,
none of them
probably.
Are new.
Barakamon
years ago, right?
Yeah, Barakamon.
What about you, Roger?
The best like
it's
advocation for the Yotsuba anime adaptation. Do I know?
Mumi knows.
Mumi, what is Roger's favorite anime of summer 2014?
Hamatora?
Did that even come out that season?
Hamatora? Yeah.
Hamatora?
I don't know. I've never seen Hamatora. I've just seen Chibi like flipping out about Hamatora.
Yeah.
I don't know if I know your favorite anime of the season.
Psy's got it. Is it
fucking Glasslip?
Yes. It is. Yes.
Interesting.
I forgot.
Okay,
Yes.
I don't. Oh, is it because it's directed by Junji Nishimura? I think we've talked about this.
I think it's his best work.
Okay.
I hate Glasslip.
Yeah, well, so we have a bit of an interesting relationship with it where I think it's such a great show, but I never actually explain why I like it.
There you go, glowing endorsement from Roger Smith 2004. I love Glasslip. Why? Elaborate on that.
I mean, I did make a Twitter thread about it when I rewatched it. If anybody's interested,
Did it hold up on rewatch?
I thought it was even better.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what's it about?
All right,
Glass blowing.
so yeah, kind of.
Okay.
So the plot of the show is you have this guy named Kakeru, who people call David, and he goes to Fukui, and he becomes he's like the new guy in town, right? And so Toko and Kakeru, during the fireworks festival, they have this like brief connection where they kind of can just sense each other almost. And she like is drawn to him, and so she introduces him into their friend group basically. And it's kind of a relationship drama, but it's under the perspective where it's like it's very how should I put it? Like, the way it's written, it expects you to kind of do the reading associated with it in order to understand what it's doing. Like, It gives you the tools. So I think of it like it brings up a few different stories, like the 12 nights of what is it called? I really should. This is why I didn't come prepared for this freaking podcast.
Nobody came prepared for this podcast.
No.
Yeah, no. The 12 Nights of Dreams, I believe it was called.
Okay.
So
wait, so
I
there's like
can just
intertextuality
kind
going
of
on?
briefly. I could just briefly like recap what I wrote in my Twitter thread. Right.
Okay.
So the plot of the show is that Toko, she gets these what she perceives as fragments of the future, where it's like she can sense something coming, right, to someone, like, in her life, right? So for Sachi, for example, she sees her, like, alone in the hospital, or she sees, the birds and she freaks out, things of that nature, and she has these apprehensions about what her future might be as a result of it. However, the show never quite explains what these fragments of the future actually are, and you only kind of piece it together from, like, figuring out the rest of the story. They're not actually future visions. They're the ability for Toko to understand what other people are feeling. So, for example, when she sees that scene of Sachi alone in the hospital, right, she's not seeing Sachi's future there. She's feeling the loneliness that Sachi feels. So in episode 12, when she has this vision where she's put into this cold, like, wasteland, and now she's the newcomer to the town as opposed to Kakeru. She's putting herself in Kakeru's shoes of being someone who's alone and someone who's kind of just new to this place and doesn't have anyone. But Kakeru, he's interesting because he's alone, but he also kind of is a bit of an outdoorsman, right? Like, there's some aspect of him where he has to kind of travel a lot because that's just kind of how he is, But I think, like, yeah, it's 10 Nights of Dreams, by the way, and Meijin Den are some of the stories that are referenced. So the best way to understand it is to think about, y'all have seen Fujin Monogatari, right?
Yes.
Maybe?
Yes.
Wait, Wind Details? Oh, no, I've not seen
Wind
Wind
Details.
Details.
All right, well, I'll explain it anyway. So it was weird because I was watching episode 6 of that, and I was like, holy smokes, this is literally just Glasslip in an episode. All right, so in that episode, the main girl now, she sees these kids who basically use their wind powers in the show to play Kick the Can, and they're playing it at night in an old building.
Mm-hmm.
And so what she eventually does is she gets her and her friend to kind of play with them, and then through that wind, she steps kind of into their world, and she's able to kind of interact with them in that way. Just like when Toko met Kakeru for the first time, she was introduced to these new places, even in a place she lived, right? By Kakeru being like this outdoorsman, he shows her the bird's nest that by the art gallery, and she had never known about this bird's nest being there. And even though she's lived here the whole time and gone there, he goes into the mountains. And so, like, the kids in now, they each have their own interpretation what these wind powers in Fujin Monogatari mean. Mm-hmm. Whereas, like, so, like, now, for example, considers it wind manipulation. The kids think of it as attack and defense. And so when they control the wind from playing Kick the Can, that gives them the joy. But once the abandoned building gets blocked off, they can no longer play, and they start to lose the ability to control the wind. So it's a similar thing when Kakeru in Glasslip, he starts distancing himself from Toko, and then he can no longer sense those future fragments. He can no longer kind of feel her in that way. And so there's a big scene at the end of Glasslip where all of the the shooting stars fly around the area, right? And then they throw the glass beads to kind of signify Kakeru departing on his next journey. And there's a similar thing in the end of episode 6 of Fuji Monogatari where they kick the can for one last time, you know. So there's stuff like that. So it focuses on 3 different couples. There's Toko and Kakeru, Sachi and Hiro, and Yanagi and Yuki. Yanagi and Yuki, they have a bit of an awkward scenario because they're like adopted siblings, but Yagani has feelings for Yuki. Yuki likes Toko. So Yanagi, she has to try to understand Yuki. And Yuki he's a runner, so he runs a lot. He does jogging, and he has like a bit of a myth to him because the swim team, which has Toko's sister, they see him through the glass and they're kind of in awe at him because he's just like this kind of attractive runner guy who just he's kind of like a mysterious guy who just always is jogging, right?
Yeah.
And so Yanagi at first, she gives him the water while he's jogging, and she gives like this really weird confession to him that like he can't comprehend, and he's just like, what? So it's very self-defeating. So Yuki goes to his camp to his jogging camp, and he's very insecure about it because he got rejected by Toko, you know, and he gets made fun of by other guys at his camp. But you know what Yanagi decides to do before. So Toko's sister, like before Yuki leaves, she stops looking through the glass and she goes onto her bicycle, and she in her swim gear, by the way, she rides her bike while he's jogging to tell him to stay cool and to encourage him. And so after that happens, when he goes onto his camp, Yanagi decides to start jogging in his steed. And so when Yuki comes back, you know, they start like contacting each other through text messages and the like. So when Yuki comes back, he gives her the water because he kind of like acknowledges the fact, you know, that she made the effort to try to understand him by, you know, literally walking in his shoes, right? And I think it's a brilliant scene. There's similar stuff with Sachi and Hiro. Sachi has a crush on Toko, but she's like very possessive about it, and she kind of uses Hiro to get to Toko, right? But, you know, she feels bad for it because Hiro kind of feels burnt about getting used because he's kind of a goofy kid. Sachi, she's a very big reader. She like reads a lot of books. She kind of reminds me a bit of that one character from Vlad Love, the glasses girl. From Vlad Love.
I'm now desperately trying to remember things from Vlad Love.
Yeah. So she reads a lot of books, and they go to see like a movie adaptation of one of her books. And Hiro falls asleep while he's watching that movie, right? And so he's not paying attention, but he's trying. Like, he kind of gets made fun of by his older sister because he's like trying to read these books, but he just can't figure them out. And so and the thing with Sachi is she's very lonely because she's in the hospital for an illness. So when they go to see the fireworks at the beginning of the show, you know, with all the friend group, she isn't there. She's alone in her hospital bed. So and that's what Toko understands from the fragments is her loneliness, right? So what ends up happening is they have like a little mini fireworks with Hiro and Sachi remembers that Hiro, much like how Kakeru was able to show Toko new places, Hiro was able to show Sachi new things, right? With the fireworks, and she kind of started appreciating that. So what she ended up doing after they got into that fight, she sends him like titles of books to read via the phone. And so he reads those books, and from reading those books, he understands her, and they're able to move forward in their relationship. So the problem is with the show, what makes it so difficult, it kind of expects you to know what those stories are, right? So like 10 Nights of Dreams, Meiji and Den, like,
yeah,
you have to understand those stories. So if you don't, like, what Sachi's feeling at that point, which Sachi, I'd say she's like a bisexual character, right? what she is feeling in that point is kind of telegraphed in that story. So,
so you're saying
there's
like a reading list involved with this show.
Yeah, they actually mention in the DVD booklet a bit about, or the Blu-ray booklet, about who decided on what stories to be included, because some of it was Nishimura, some of it was the scriptwriter. Point being, I think it's just a very complex show with a lot of different moving parts to it that I think really explores these character relationships and like social circles in really interesting ways, while also being, you know, a romance drama show, and also being kind of like an Iyashikei show too. It's very relaxing, but it's also very like eclectic at times. Like it has some more eclectic shots or some more interesting shots.
That's that thing that's like part of the course for Nishimura.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you want to see postcard memories, this show has you covered.
So basically, like what you're trying to say,
balls in your court.
So what you're trying to say is, you know, as she's doing the glass blowing, as she sees reflections of other people's experiences, it is through the effort and the art of glass blowing that she is able to see reflections of other people's lives and interact, because there are illusions like the statue of David and stuff like that. So you're saying that it's through art that we were able to see and empathize and appreciate other people's experiences, is essentially what you're saying.
I think that's definitely a part of it in the story. For sure. There's also the philosophy angle. From what I understand, a good pal of mine who I've talked to twice in my life, join us.
A good friend of mine who I've always spoken to.
He's a Japanese blogger, right? And I read all of his posts on the show. He did this whole thing on understanding Glasslip. He probably understands the show probably better than Nishimura at this point.
Was this the guy that you talked to on Twitter?
I've talked to a few guys on Twitter. I don't know. He was one of them.
Okay.
He said he called me I forget what he called me, but he said, you know, like a American Glasslip fan or a Gaijin.
Gaijin Glasslip. You've heard of Gaijin Goomba. Get ready for Gaijin Glasslip fan.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so he talked a bit about like the different like philosophies that each of the characters embody, you know, the tale of Sisyphus and all of that, sort of like the different absurdities, because that's also a big part of it, where it's like Sisyphus, right? He rolls the rock up, but no matter how many times he can't get it over, you know, some of these characters, the relationships they want to get across are kind of futile, right? Yuki and Sachi, they're never gonna be with Toko, right? Because Toko likes David, she likes Kakeru, right? So there's a bit of that too. There's just a lot to it.
I was gonna say, we just filtered so many fucking people.
This is why I didn't want to talk about the show, because I knew it would turn into this.
No, this is why we have you on, Roger. Because no one's gonna talk about Glasslip like this.
No one's gonna talk.
All right,
listen,
should we bring up Chibi reviews next, or
no.
This may sound harsh, but I wish everyone involved in the story would die.
Oh.
That's my problem. Like, I fucking hate all the characters in Glasslip.
Yeah. I can. Based on the way Roger was describing it, I'm just like imagining you just kind of like sitting there, moving, just like silently seething the fucking like melodrama.
There's a lot of there's a lot of like horseshit like character interactions that like pisses me off. I'm like, ugh, these fucking people,
these fucking teenagers and their dumb drama.
I went into Glasslip expecting more of a Yashike. That's what I was wanting more of. Mind you, I don't dislike melodrama. I do like
sure. It's like you got to do it. I think you got to do it in a specific way, like a specific kind of like tone or aesthetic for you.
Yeah. This was. I just was like, I could see like the gears turning of like ideas like what Roger is talking about in the show, and I'm just like, I'm not. You don't have me on the level where I want to engage with this in this way. Like, I don't want to go look at these books to understand this character because I think she's a fucking bitch. I hate her.
That's my take. it's an original anime too, but Rod, when you were like describing like the memory shards or whatever, I was just like, is this a VN adaptation? This fucking Clannad? What the fuck is this?
It is to me it reminds me of like that kind of era, right? Is it similar, like you see in the recommendations, you see True Tears, which is also an Ishimoto work. I put Windy Tales. People thumbed me down on AniList.
Here, I'll put a thumbs up there. Guys,
right,
let's go bump Windy Tales up on AniList.
I don't know if I see much of Windy Tales in this.
Neither do I.
It's exactly like Windy Tales, though. It's really a lot like it.
Maybe like 1 or 2 episodes, but
I mean the ensemble like romance dynamic also like for some reason my mind goes to like Shinsekai Yori, even though that's an insane comparison. But like
I mean, it's not super far off in terms of like the character relationships, because character A likes character B, who likes character C, who likes character D,
like
who
this
likes
like
character A, who likes character
like
F.
Nagi no Asukara and stuff, and there's like a supernatural element.
Nagi no Asukara is more straightforward, I think, than
Glasslip.
I
don't think it's like Nagi no Asukara, because it's not about racism.
wait, are you referencing something when you say that?
No,
that's what Nagi no Asukara is.
Yeah, it's about racism.
Oh no, I thought you said it wasn't about racism.
No, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah, Glasslip is not like Nagi no Asukara because it's not about racism.
It's not all the characters in the show are white.
No. So, I mean, you know what Nagi no Asukara is about, where it's like the people that are from the sea.
It's the fucking sea people. Yeah,
it's the sea people.
Yeah,
the Snorks.
Well, so Kakeru's mother actually travels. So she's like a traveling singer, I believe, a traveling musician.
Yeah.
But Kakeru's dad is like this mustached hipster dude. He's pretty cool. He's like this hipster guy. Is like that's the guy.
Do they call him David?
No, that's the guy who runs the cafe. Toshihiro.
Oh, here we go. Oh
yeah,
my god.
He's the mustached hipster dude.
Yeah, I can see
Do they
that.
call him David because his name is Kakeru?
They call him David because he's good looking. He's like considered good looking. Like the statue of David, yeah.
They did censor
like
the statue of David's cock, and then they called Kakeru David.
God.
Does he also have a guy?
She actually does. Yeah, she does think of that, doesn't she?
Does he also have a guy killed so he can bang his wife? Yeah.
I don't know. You didn't at least like Toko's sister? She's cool.
I can't remember her sister. The younger sister?
Yeah, she like, she hooks them up and stuff. She's a good wingman.
Yeah.
Wing woman, Roger. All right.
Yeah.
It's
wing woman. She's a good wing woman.
We can talk. Hey, this gives us opportunity to talk about the one anime I've seen that's rated lower than Glasslip on my anime list. Minari Diva.
Oh, okay. What do you got to say about it?
Minari Diva, historically the first live anime.
Oh god, this one. No, you've talked about. Didn't you talk about this in the episode with Galbraith?
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
Oh god. Yeah, explain.
Wait, this is basically like the forerunner of all like VTubers, where they had like motion capture rigs set up. They had like the actresses had inflatable tubes around them that were held up by like suspenders as like part of their dress.
Yeah, look at designs.
Yeah, it's by Shingo Adachi, actually, the designs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they would basically just read tweets and do like comedy hour for like 40 minutes a week, and then be like, oh, here's what people are talking about on Twitter. Our hashtag Minari Diva, or whatever the fuck. Nobody knows what this show is.
No.
I will not let the legacy of Minari Diva die.
Put her in the goddamn thumbnail. Okay, this actually looks really cute. I'm gonna be honest. This looks
so the
fucking
thing with
wonderful.
Ishidate's stuff is it's also like improvised as well.
Yes, there's no like. They probably had like ideas. It's a little like Saturday Night Live, but with like VTuber girl.
Yeah,
no, I'm on board with this. This is adorable.
So some of Ishidate's work, I do want to clarify, like some of it is improvised, right? And then some of it's scripted, like he'll have like a scripted portion and then do like an improvised portion. So I can't speak for Mina, Because that's one of the few Ishidate works I actually haven't seen.
It's hard to
How-
watch. I don't know if
I
it's
was gonna
got
watch it.
seeds.
Yeah, I was gonna watch it in preparation for this video, but I just never got around to it. Even though I had like
you had
almost a year to prepare.
Yeah, you had almost a year to go and watch it. I mean, if you can go and find and watch it, I would like to check it out at some point. How long is it even?
There
It's
are
like the hour episodes, right?
10
There-
40-minute episodes. Interesting.
there are only
Yeah.
3 that are translated. It looks like
Okay. Well, come on, guys. Get on that. Let's go. Hayden.
none of them have seeds.
Well, maybe on a private tracker.
Yeah, I had to look on there. I can't access it right this second.
I don't know what you mean. You know, we only watch anime on, Crunchy Guy.
Crunchy guy.
Crunchy guy.
I guess to rope people back in with a Normu show is something I've seen. I fucking hate Akame Got Kill. I hate it so much. I hated it when I first watched it. I'm like, oh my fucking god.
It's complicated because it's not complicated like my perspective on the show now, but it was complicated because when it coming out, it was like, mind you, this is White Fox, right?
Yeah.
And this is after they've done like Katana Gatari, Steins Gate. This is before Gochi Usa. Which is with Saul.
No, it's after.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jormungand.
Jormungand, Devil's Part-Timer. So like
All these
they've-
massive shows.
they built up some goodwill, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
well, I really liked Katana Gatari. I could see them doing like a cool action show, and like the first poster they show is just like Akame from the back with like her hair in the wind or whatever, and it's like a black, all just like black with like her red gauntlets,
Okay,
I think,
yeah.
and like her red eye. I'm like, that's a cool visual. Like
Yeah.
this looks like it could be a cool show. And then it came out, and I'm like,
And then you realize Akame is
oh.
not the main character. In fact, it feels emblematic of the broader issues I have with the show, that the main character just feels like shoehorned in. Like it feels like
Yeah.
he doesn't belong. Like visually, he's very plain looking. Is this the
Yeah,
original
that post-
visual?
that was
that's
the
not-
original
that's-
teaser.
Yeah,
Yeah, it fucking looks sick, right? I'm like,
No,
this
yeah.
could be cool.
Yeah, and then it's like, and then
Yeah.
it's just like characters keep dying for dumb reasons. They introduce fucking the booba military lady
As
who's
death.
like in love with the main character
Yeah.
and stuff.
They have Chelsea, the Justice Girl.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they introduced like the other team, what are they called, like the Jaegers or whatever, and they're like the more interesting characters because the way like they like introduce like the main cast of characters, like, oh, they're like these like edgy assassins who like do fucked up shit, like kill people and stuff, and it's like they only ever kill like people who are
Corrupt
horrifically
politicians.
evil and stuff, like
Yeah.
rapists, murderous politicians. So it's more interesting when you have like the Jaegers, who are more complex characters. Like there's the fucking like Borderlands pyro guy who's also just a loving
Bowles?
family man, and
Yeah,
it's
I
more
think
interesting to see like those characters are more like morally gray and complex than the main cast.
Yeah, I kind of liked how they just all hung out and had fun. Bunch of
Yeah.
villains.
Yeah, it's also just really edgy. Spoilers for the manga: they fucking kill the pyro guy's like family, like a fucking clown guy comes, like kills and rapes them or something. It's like, what are we doing? What is going on with this? What the?
Well, I remember it was a big deal when Chelsea died in the manga because it happened on Christmas. And so there was all these edits with like kids like around a Christmas tree, like holding hands and dancing, and you just have Chelsea's head on top as
like the fucking star. Oh, I was thinking like the fucking like lollipop edits and stuff.
The lollipop edit. Yeah, that was like more than I feel like. I mean, that was a thing with like the manga too, but I think that was more anime because that didn't come out around Christmas. I
Yeah.
don't think, or maybe it did.
Was that?
Yeah.
Was that?
Because that would have been fall.
Was that death also like a Devilman reference? Now that I think about it, it feels very Devilman-esque the way they do that.
Probably Devilman like inspired a bit. Yeah.
There's, I mean, this is ripping from a lot of. I mean, they direct. It feels like they directly pull from like Gurren Lagann, even with the fucking armor guy,
Yeah, the gay Pompadour.
armor guy. Good lord.
What's his name
Yeah,
again?
not. I don't know, and I don't care.
Blat.
Bulat.
Bulat.
Yeah. I was like, oh,
The space dandy guy.
yeah. Yeah, really, I think the only part of the show I liked, in retrospect, is the fucking when Borderlands guy dies. Like that's like a really good scene. Everything else is like edgy, like yeah, and you can tell from the first episode even like the way they handle it. It's like, oh, this is like common. And maybe if I rewatched maybe if I rewatched it, I'd be able to enjoy it more. Thinking about it like that, but man, just when I first watched it, I'm just like, I don't care. This is like so fucking. It's so stupid. It's
crazy that they named that green-haired guy after a city in Texas.
I know. I think about that often as well. I don't know. Lubbock. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I have a bit of an embarrassing Akame ga Kill story. It'll coincide with my cringy Black Bullet story from the last episode.
Okay.
So I watched the first episode of Akame ga Kill back when it came out.
Right.
Actually, no, it was like a year after it came out. Never mind, I lied. A year after it came out, I watched it, and I really liked Adia, who's like the blonde girl that like Tatsumi first meets. And so I was really angry when they like kill her off because I thought she was really cute and I wanted to see more of her, even though she was like a torturer.
Yeah.
I just thought she had like a really cute design, so I wanted to see more.
She's like Yuna the Hair in Inuyasha, where they have like the hottest fucking character in the whole show, and they kill her off in like the first episode. It's like what, or the first arc or whatever. It's like what the fuck?
Yeah, Yuna's like Yuna's like episode 4, right?
Like 3, yeah.
Yoda of the Demon Hair, right?
Yeah, it's like a 2-episode arc. I think.
English.
Not enough time. It's like way too early. Like she should have been around much longer. She's like the hottest fucking character in the show. Fucked up.
Yeah,
really,
so I was
really
like, I don't know, because when I was a kid and characters I like died and things, I would actually just stop watching them.
Fair.
I know
so I was like,
that,
I don't know if I want to watch episode 2 of this. You know, my favorite design's already done.
I know somebody who dropped Gurren Lagann because Kamina died. Like you fucking bitch.
Did they hold the service for him?
I feel like
that's what happened with that Jujutsu Kaisen guy, right? They held like a service.
For I'd Win guy, yeah.
yeah. Some people like took like a day off because like a mental health day.
Like Ashino Joe too.
Yeah.
No, my favorite part of Akame ga Kill was the ending, because they do the anime original ending and just kill everybody except for like Akame, and they're like, "Oh, adventures might continue in your head." And I'm like, "This is the kind of ending I want." This is the kind of ending I want, because it ruins whatever they had going on in the manga, so they will never come back to it. And I'm like, good, it's done and over. Never have to hear about
There will not be a season 2. In the manga, the way it ends is like the main guy becomes like a dragon, and then the pink-haired girl is like in a coma, and she wakes up, and they just like have like dragon sex or something.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
That sounds awesome. All right, Mumi, just you wait. 2 years from now, Akame ga Kill rehydrated. They're gonna adapt the manga.
We're getting Akame ga Kill Brotherhood.
See, I didn't think about that, because like I also thought that with Tokyo Ghoul, when they did Tokyo Ghoul season 2, because I was like, oh, finally, I don't have to hear about this fucking horse shit anymore. And then they did Tokyo Ghoul and it just perfectly encapsulated the noise I made when I heard it coming out of more Tokyo Ghoul shit.
I guess like the one thing they could do is like I think Akame ga Kill Zero, the prequel manga, was fairly successful, so maybe they could do that. But there's a sequel story as well. Oh no, just let it die.
Stay dead.
Stay dead. Sometimes dead is better. Speaking of things that will never die, Sword Art Online 2 makes me want to kill myself.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. The Gun-Gale part is probably my favorite part in all of Sword Art Online.
No, it's just there's so much retarded shit in it. I can't fucking take it.
It's very dumb, but it's like it's okay. It's so fucking stupid. It almost like leans into it, because like Kirito uses his fucking Gary Stu powers. Almost
no.
Like his Gary Stu powers.
No, in terms of like the way they like the way they handle stakes in the stories, they always have to shoehorn in through some stupid way. Like people are dying in real life, even when it makes no fucking sense. Like I'm fine with the power fantasy stuff.
No. Listen, okay. He uses Gary Stu powers to get a woman fucking avatar.
Yeah,
that's a funny bit.
That's a good bit.
And then like the whole like mystery where it's like, oh, they're just breaking into people's houses.
You have to admit that like shot with like the bullet coming out of the freaking
It's so fucking stupid and funny. And then he tries to stab him in the chest with the fucking heart attack thing, and he's like, I had a fucking suckle cup on my chest that stopped it.
Do you know, by the way?
It's the fucking Family Guy bit. It's like, I have a bulletproof piece of armor somewhere hidden in my body. If you shoot it, I will be protected.
That's fucking ruined? You know that's ruined by the fact that the way the Alicization arc starts is someone else from Laughing Coffin just attacks Kirito randomly and stabs him with just another syringe, and it puts him in a coma, and they have to send him into the game world to like reconstruct his brain. Yeah, no, sort of. It's so fucking schizo, and like when it's not trying to be like dark, serious, and edgy, I'm fine with it. When it tries to get me to like take it seriously, it's like, oh, here's another girl getting raped. I'm just like, I don't.
Asada-san! Asada-san! Asada-san!
Asada-san!
My favorite part in this whole show is when they're solving the mystery, because like Kirito like sees a lizard with two tails, and he's like, wait a minute, what if there are two of them? And then immediately is like, he's giving this whole fucking Conan Edogawa explanation of how there could be two of them working together to kill people, and you just see this shot of fucking what's her name?
Sinon?
Sinon. You just see a shot of Sinon's ass as he's explaining this.
Sinon's ass is like one of the best parts of the season.
Just focused on her ass.
Didn't you only watch the first half of this season as well?
Yes.
Yeah, so you've only seen the first half of both seasons of Sword Art Online, which is fucking hilarious, because I think the second half of season 2 is actually, I say it's good, honestly. You have a fun arc.
I would have so many issues with it. I just know.
No, because you have a fun arc where like because you know how like the game they have like all these games now that are using like the seed that Kayaba just like fucking gives the Kirito, and Kirito makes it open source or whatever. Right. And the fucking Alfheim Online game is going to like delete itself. It created a quest where they have to like defeat these fucking Norse gods or the game will delete itself. I'm like, that's fine. That's fun. You want to know why? Because the stakes are relegated to be about playing video games. And so, I mean, you will die, but it's still...
Isn't that the Mother Teresa arc where she has like AIDS because of a blood transfusion and then transmitted AIDS to her entire family?
That's Mother's
fucking
Rosario.
Silly, but it's like a nice like emotional, like again, it's a nice like emotional thing. The stupidest part about that arc is like, because Yuki with her fucking mega AIDS is like in like this massive massive like VR machine, and the way that arc ends is that they reveal that the VR machine that she was in the entire time was actually invented by Kayaba, and they're like, oh my god. And I'm like, okay, and like, what does that have to do with anything?
What is I don't. Okay.
No.
You've been a lot of things.
It's actually like the fucking Gun Gale Online, Sword Art Online alternative Gun Gale Online show that's fucking done by the author of Kino no Tabi is a lot better in basically every way. Especially in terms of like what?
She does have a pink gun. That is.
Well, no, because like it's interesting because the main character in the show in real life, she's like very tall and is insecure about her height. Right. And what she ends up doing is going into like the VR world, and she goes through all of these different games, and she eventually settles on Gun Gale Online, not because she loves guns, but because like the avatar that it like procedurally generates for her, she's like a little girl, and that makes her feel like happy. I'm like, that's nice. That's like a nice little bit. It also has like that kind of like Kino no Tabi weird tone to it, where it's like, how seriously am I supposed to be taking this sometimes? You don't quite know, which is kind of fun.
People, that makes me think of fucking Dot Hack, how people never talk about how they handle the avatar stuff in Dot Hack. Because like in, is it Pito Hui?
Yeah, Pito Hui. This
Isn't
girl.
she like a little girl, like a child?
No,
she's a musician.
she's an adult. So spoilers, I guess, for like the mystery of the show. She is an adult woman. She's like an idol, but like in real life, she is like a little girl. Do you care how much if I just spoil shit about the season?
She's Elsa Kanzaki.
I mean, I just knew that she was like a child or whatever.
Yeah,
like in real life.
I guess spoilers. I mean, do you care if I like spoilers for anyone who cares? I guess skip ahead like 5 minutes. Or do you care, Mumi?
Probably not gonna watch it.
Okay. So her character is weird because she's like a fucking like psychopath basically, but she's also like an idol and a cute little girl. But she was originally a beta tester for Sword Art Online, but for whatever reason could not get into like the death game of Sword Art Online. I guess she fucking just missed the boat on that one, and she's really upset by it. So she's playing Gun Gale Online with the fucking nerve gear that will still fry your head because product recall, you know, I guess is voluntary. And the basic plot of the story is like they're doing the fucking tournament thing, and she has a partner who's also like her manager in real life. And he's like a giant fucking buff dude in real life. And he's like, goes to the main character in real life and he's like, you don't understand. You have to fucking help me. She's going to fucking kill me. And you're like, oh my God. She's like a fucking like evil psychopath. So when you get to that reveal at the end of the season where she's like a little girl, it's so fucking stupid. I'm like, wait a minute. What? It was like, because when he's like panicking about like, oh my God, no, you don't understand. You have to help me. She's going to fucking kill me. You don't understand. I was like, am I supposed to be taking this? Is this a joke? What is this? It has that kind of Kino tone to it. And I really like it.
It's interesting because you don't see a lot of stuff that deals with that, like the whole avatars being different for people thing. Like Hack did that a lot in Hack Side.
SAO just immediately like wills it away.
Well, so yeah, SAO like originally had sort of like that one guy who was a girl avatar, and then like the chubby guy that was like a cool hot guy avatar that have like the love story going on in the background. But like Hack, like that was a big thing. Like Tsukasa is like a girl in real life, and is never addressed until like literally like the last 10 seconds of the show. Subaru
That's not true.
Did I say that they're a girl in the show?
That's really early on in the show. Actually, they figured that out. I just rewatched it.
Remember them figuring that out? I just remember like the reveal at the end. Mind you, I watched it on Cartoon Network, so like
yeah. So Tsukasa denies it at first, but yeah, they have Tsukasa's backstory figured out pretty quickly because of Bear's experience with computers. Like he's able to seek out the information. Yeah, so they actually find out pretty quickly, but then they're like, then Tsukasa's like, yeah, that's not me, you're mistaken. So they kind of like, they trust that word at first, but the more, as more things come out, the more clear it is that they are not mistaken about who Tsukasa's true identity is.
And then like Subaru is like a disabled gamer.
Yeah, she's disabled, and so she works with she leads the Crimson Knights, who are kind of like, they're not really rent-a-mods, right? Because they work kind of in conjunction with the moderating team. And then Mimiru is just a high schooler, but I think
Sora is like,
so he's
a child, Sora's, like 12.
Sora's like a 10-year-old, and then he gets into a coma, and then he becomes Haseo from .hack Roots, and then that, and the GU.
They that is the one thing that .hack does pretty well, is like playing with the avatars and like people being different from their avatars, stuff like that. Sword Art Online does not really lean into all that much.
Alternative does. Like there's a whole group of like military girls in the show, and they're just like they're like big and buff in the game, but they're just like little high school girls in real life. It does like a lot of fun stuff. The thing I liked about
Gun Gale is it did kind of have that similar feeling to .hack in terms of just like characters hanging out just in the game.
Yeah, I still need to watch season 2 because I do really like while they are like adversarial, like the main character in Pito Hui, they are like still like friends. It's like a weird like rivalry thing that's really fun to see, rather than like they're just outright villains.
It sounds like there's no like fucking we're gonna die in the game kind of shit. Where
because it is like a risk because she is playing with a nerve gear. So if she dies, that like the idea, I think the idea is like that will kill her, or something.
Like
I forget what exactly the dilemma is, but it's nowhere near like the insanely serious stakes of like the main series. It's still. It's still within the bounds of like these people are playing a video game.
The other thing is too, you know what? I don't think I'd ever want to play Gun Gale Online because, you know, it's just like real life. It's a little too real because just like real life, you know, your avatar is like freaking randomized. Like, I mean, like I like randomizers, but I don't know about a character randomizer.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it would be helpful for if you are indecisive. It's just like, I got my own character now. I don't have to fucking decide who I'm going to be.
Makes catfishing harder.
Yeah. Well,
no, it's actually an alternative, right? Don't they keep re-rolling to get like the avatar they want?
In what?
In SAO alternative.
No, because she's re-rolling by playing different games is the thing.
Oh.
So every game they just generates it because none of these games I guess have character customization. I guess it's just a thing baked into the fucking engine that all these games are built off of, which insane design flaw.
Man. I mean, Unreal Engine 12 freaking blows, man.
I'll say critical flaw of SAO is that it feels like things are done for story purposes rather than it's like this feels like a believable game.
Yeah, I was gonna say to channel my inner Jeff Thu here. The game mechanics of fucking Gun Gale Online fucking look like they suck ass because they're basically constructed around making it believable that fucking Kirito could run around with a beam sword.
Yeah, and without
like all this bullet tracing and all this shit. It's like, why would you need that in a first-person shooter game outside of the fact that you need to somehow make it somewhat believable that Kirito could run around with a beam sword?
Yeah, I don't know. Is it like Red Steel?
I haven't played Red Steel.
Red Steel, you had like the sword combat and then you had the gun combat. I remember G4 when I watched the show Cheat on G4, not to be confused with Cheaters. Cheat on G4. They talked a bit about Red Steel when it was coming out, and they had said like, oh yeah, you know, you can decide at the end of the sword fight if you want to spare your opponent or kill them. So, you know, maybe it's like Red Steel.
I know because this would have been written before Red Steel.
Oh shoot, you're right.
I don't know. To me, like Kirito using a sword in Gun Gale Online. Kirito using a sword in Gun Gale Online just made me think of like the demo night in TF2, but he's like way less. It's like that's way cooler in TF2 than it is in SAO.
So is this better or worse so far than the Noodle Shop podcast?
I think it's better because we have you here, Roger.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, if we need to get people to click off the video, I can start talking about choking people. So.
All right.
But I did want to say, I don't know the mechanic because I think Real Steel or Red Steel, whatever, is like separate. This is like Real Steel. No, this is like the game mechanics of Gun Gale Online is that it is a first-person shooter game first and foremost, and that is it. And then when they shoot, there's like I don't remember the exact like lag time delay thing, but it shows you the tracer of where the bullet is going to go, and like functionally, most of the time, like it's like you're not gonna be able to avoid it anyway because it's like not enough time for you to actually like react to it. But Kirito's reaction speed is so high and he uses his beam sword, he's able to use that to then deflect bullets, and that's like the explanation for it. And I'm like, this just makes a really stupid first-person shooter game. Like, why would you ever put this into like? It's like imagine Call of Duty.
The fact that the reason they can't investigate the company is because it's an American, like the developing company. Even though people are being murdered, it's a completely anonymous company based in America. And that's just not a problem, even though the currency in the game can be directly exchanged for currency in real life, which actually turns the game into a bank. That's why when you play any MMO, like World of Warcraft, for example, in like the terms and conditions, it says you do not own anything in this game. We do. That way a company like Blizzard can say that the value of all those digital assets is technically zero, so then they don't have to pay taxes on it. So that's also a dumb part of the fucking thing. There's a lot of problems.
There's a lot of issues.
A lot of dumb shit.
It's a very... I literally... The only reason I watched the first half of Sword Art Online is because people were memeing the fact that he, like, is a girl in the game or whatever. And I'm like...
Yeah.
That's silly enough that I will check it out. And I watched it, and I was like, okay, I'm done. Like,
they do one joke with it, and then that's it.
Basically. Like, I had no intention of watching Season 2 after I dropped Season 1 after the halfway point.
Through, yeah.
So the fact that is just a testament to how much people were like hyping up the meme of him being a girl. That I was like, I'll check it out.
Let's talk about something positively, please.
Barakamon?
Barakamon.
Yeah.
I love Barakamon.
Yeah, the Animal Crossing anime. That's what I used to call it.
This is one have a better ending than Usagi Drop?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
they're not related,
right.
so...
All right,
Sure.
all right. I gotta, since you decided to bring this up, I gotta get a little triggered here. I
Okay.
don't get the comparisons between Barakamon and Usagi Drop. They really aren't that similar.
I mean, neither do I, because I haven't seen either of them.
Because he's not like raising Naru. It's not like they just have like a bit of a friendship going on. But he's not like her dad or anything.
I mean, the joke I was trying to make earlier before I was so rudely interrupted and subject changed was this is basically the proof of concept for a Yotsuba anime.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's the joke everyone fucking was like, oh, see, Yotsuba could work as an anime. We got Barakamon.
Yeah. Sorry, Mumi. We should really treat our guests better.
Right?
My bad.
How do we fucking bring people on and just but yeah, I really love Barak. Like, it's so nice and wholesome. You have this like guy who's like struggling with this pretentious art shit where he's like, I don't know how I should use my calligraphy. I don't know how I should write. Blah, blah, blah. And then you just have this little girl that's just like, oh, let's just go outside and play. Shut the fuck up.
Like he's the Junon boy.
Well, the whole premise is like he's like this calligraphy genius or whatever, and he wins these awards as a kid, and then he like writes something, and he's kind of just like resting on his laurels a bit, and this guy like criticizes his work, and he like gets pissed off at him and like punches him, and so his family like sends him out to the countryside to get his life in order, and so he's like, oh, I don't want to be out here, and you just get all these like country bumpkin kind of characters who start like, oh, you should go outside. He's like, I don't want to fucking go outside. Like, no, let's go fishing. And then I take him out and like do all this random country shit. It's very healing.
Mm-hmm.
I really like Barakamon. Mainly because Barakamon, mainly because it like it combines like the Inaka Yashike sort of stuff of like a Nanan Biori with sort of like the art perspective of, you know, a show like Blue Period or something. Like you get like these sort of deeper kind of investigations of like perspective and what it means to do something kind of juxtaposed to the sort of slow life, low stakes sort of thing where you can kind of contrast the two. And like they do, it's not that they're like competing with one another. They inform each other and like raise each other, both of the sides raise each other up because it's like these different experiences. Like him going out and being able to experience this sort of slow Inaka life is raising his creativity in doing calligraphy and stuff like that. And it's just a really cute show.
Yeah. Did you like when they drop the phone in the poo? I like that.
What?
It's very silly. They do a bunch of very silly bits.
Yeah. Well, it has like its punchlines are like very blunt. Like I what I like about the show's humor is that like it's like a very like calm show, but then when the comedy comes in, it just kind of punches it right at you, like in a very blunt way. Like, you know, the cell phone falls in the poo, boop, and you know you just kind of have to roll with it in that way.
It's by Canipa Citrus. I think this was I think this was the
Okay.
anime that like put them on the map for me as like a good, because like Black Bullet,
Yeah,
I
let me
think
see.
I started paying attention to him with Black Bullet just because I thought Black Bullet was like fun, like silly. It wasn't good, but I was like, I'll check out what they do.
Yeah.
And then they made Barakamon, and then went on to do like, what do you call it?
Got like
Made
Made in Abyss.
Yeah.
Kumamiko.
We've
They've got
actually
the-
met the director of this show, Masaki Tachibana. We've actually spoken before.
Really?
Oh,
What was the
What do you have to say?
context?
It was when he was promoting Princess Principal, because he also directed that.
oh,
Oh, okay. What,
And
what
I
was the
asked him how
interaction?
Studio B Train influenced that show.
he also
did he say?
directed some other
He said that some of the gunplay took from Noir.
interesting King of Fighters.
Yeah.
Oh, he hadn't directed a whole lot.
Yeah, he
No.
did the Tokyo Magnitude, right, as well.
Did I miss that one? He did do storyboard Noir, so it does make sense he took it from it.
Yeah.
Storyboarded
Well,
Morbido.
that's why I knew, because
He
I was
direct-
like, oh,
yeah.
this is like one of those B Train shows with the guns.
Yeah, he did direct Tokyo Magnitude 8.
Yeah.
And Ayu Densetsu.
Yeah, he's a cool guy. Adapted Barakamon, and that was pretty cool. It was pretty cool of him.
Pretty
Was
cool. They should go
Aldnoah
back.
Zero pretty cool?
Yeah, my only problem, I think, with Barakamon is a bit of a me problem.
Hmm.
I always get a bit of a complex when you have city people go into the countryside.
Yeah, okay.
Because,
You think if you called out,
yeah, I do feel called out, actually. I always feel like, one of you city folk, you don't understand us country folk. We do things a little bit differently.
We really
around
laugh
here.
nice and slow out here. Listen, we don't have any people of color out here.
We don't take kindly to your type around here, city
We don't
boy.
take kind of your kind around here.
Yeah, I know. So at first, when I first watched it, I didn't think much of it. But over the years, when people have complained about like all this city folk, I just get like a bit of a complex about it when I watch it. 'Cause I'm
You
like,
feel
what's wrong
insecure.
with city folk?
Aldnoah Zero, I like season 1 of Aldnoah Zero.
So wait, is this the one that Urabuchi was on for one episode and left, or
He was on for
Yeah.
3.
okay,
Yeah.
3?
He basically like wrote how it started and how it would end for the most part, and then
I
we're
feel
all
like,
right, you figure it out.
I
Same
feel
thing with like
uh,
Gargantia.
Yeah, no, I always mix this up with Gargantia, however the fuck you pronounce it.
This is basically just like Gundam.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Why? Because it's a giant robot? No, listen,
No.
man. Not every mecha is Gundam. Okay.
No, it's like people that live on the moon, which is more turn A, but they're kind of come off more like a mixture of turn A and like the original Gundam. They're on the moon. They're wanting to come back to Earth, and they all have like these advanced robots. Earth only has like these kind of simple robots. So like the main character is like this genius in like this mass product. It's basically like the reverse of a Gundam. Is essentially is like the prospect of it, because he's in a training suit essentially, because he's like in school. When they attack, they're in school and learning how to pilot these like orange training Gundam shit or mecha suits or whatever. And then these people who they're like nobles essentially, they've never actually like experienced practical combat, are coming down and like trying to take over like areas of Tokyo or whatever. And then Inaho, the egghead, is basically like he's creating these strategies to like beat these robots that are like, compared to what they have, insanely powerful. And they're overcoming these like it is a fine concept. Like for the first season, I think it's like okay, like it is very Gundam-esque, like as far as like how it's set up.
Yeah.
But the first season I think is fine, and then it like ends on this like weird cliffhanger, and you're like, oh okay, sure. Season 2 is when it goes off the rails, but that's 2015, so I don't have to talk about that right
So
now.
we'll talk about that later.
I'm sorry to say this, everybody, but when I watched Aldnoah Zero, I had like a really bad diarrhea problem. So unfortunately for me, That's just what I associate this show with.
I mean, you're probably not the only one, honestly.
Liquid shits.
I associate Aldnoah Zero with diarrhea too, but not because I had diarrhea, just because I just assume it's fucking horse shit. But I like season 1 of Aldnoah Zero, alright. I think it was fine.
No, season 2 is funnier though. I like how it ends where because like the princess, right? Like she is like the whole thing is people expect, oh, is she gonna pick Slain or is she gonna pick Inoho? Oh, who's it gonna be? And then she just picks this random dude.
Yeah, it was very funny. She was going to pick anybody. Nobody won.
I did like that guy in season 1 of Aldnoah Zero who had the PTSD. He was cool.
Mm.
The older dude.
You're talking about the noble guy?
No, it was the guy with the dog tag.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I remember him vaguely.
Yeah. The other thing with Aldnoah Zero that has to be brought up is freaking Sawano.
Oh yeah, so,
don't sound to do the soundtrack.
Because
the soundtrack is pretty good, honestly.
Yeah, well, the Sawano soundtrack was like memed a lot, like the "I say Kai" was like used in like meme videos at the time.
Okay.
Yeah,
who could predict such tragedy?
It's one of those like I can close my eyes and just like hear what it fucking sounds like.
Yes.
Yeah, I got you.
I feel like it became kind of the Sawano soundtrack.
I think this might be the last Sawano soundtrack I like. And I don't like all of it, but I like quite a bit of it.
Yeah, because like to me, like definitely like Kill la Kill does sound a bit similar, but like to me, every Sawano soundtrack I've really heard, and I haven't heard all of them to be fair, but like when people think of a Sawano soundtrack, it really is like the Aldnoah Zero OST.
Yeah.
What was the one
fair,
that we were like joking about, like saved anime like last year? What was that? Fuck.
Oh, Mecha Ude.
Blanking on the name. Yeah, Mecha Ude. Yeah, the Sawano soundtrack. You can really tell in the first episode. You're like, oh my god.
Well, like, now it's like they all just runs together. Like at least with Aldnoah Zero, like the tracks stood out. They just sounded like what you expect a Sawano soundtrack to sound like. Now it's just like there's no song to really like latch on. Like I like Keep on Keeping On. I like I Say Cry.
Keep.
Mecha Ude all just runs together.
Wait, do you like that one that goes right now? You know that one?
Yeah.
What's that? Breathless.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, he's done a good job on To Be Hero X. I haven't like really like been like, oh yep, that's a Sawano song.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, there are probably OSTs that he makes that don't sound like that. It's just I have very limited experience with recent works.
We'll see what he does with Fate Strange Fake when that comes out starting next year.
He did do the Rose of Versailles soundtrack musical.
Oh god, fuck, that one was so bad.
It sounds like you guys didn't like that Rose of Versailles movie that came out recently.
I haven't even seen Rose of Versailles.
I think I actually liked it a little bit more than they did for the most part until like the last bit. Because like since having seen Rose of Versailles, I feel like it's a bit more directed towards someone that's already familiar with the story.
Yeah, that was my impression.
So
is
I wasn't really
Rohan in it?
Do what?
Is Cardinal Rohan in the new Rose of Versailles?
I don't remember him in there.
You know the Cardinal guy.
Yeah, I don't remember him.
Oh, he's not in it.
It's only like 2 hours, and it's like a 40 episode series.
They blast through it.
They totally cut the girl out that she meets. That's like one of the whole like things that teaches her that like what's happening with the common folk or whatever. The humble I don't know what the fuck her name is anymore off the top of my head. But they cut her out completely. She's just in like one scene where she's like almost gets hit by a cart or whatever, and then the kid almost gets hit by a cart, and then like that girl comes up and protects Oscar, and then she's never seen again. And you're like, oh.
Oh.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I can't believe they didn't include the Cardinal, man. He's like my favorite character. He did nothing wrong. He was just a good guy who just he had a thing for Marie Antoinette, and so it's so great in the original when he shows up to the party and then everybody's like, "Who invited him?"
But this guy. Oh, no, you're talking about the Swedish diplomat.
The cardinal, the religious cardinal. He
Oh no.
they trick him into buying the necklace or whatever, right?
Oh yeah, no, he's not in there.
Ah,
I thought you were
he
talking
was
Ross Pierre or
declared
whatever.
innocent too. He was an innocent man.
Speaking of innocent, when Marnie was there,
Oh yeah, what
They're kinda
did you
innocent,
think
I
of
guess.
Marnie and her story?
Marnie is a dinosaur.
I think this is a nice Ghibli movie. I don't know where we put it on like the Ghibli tier list that we put out, like a month or so ago.
I feel like I
it.
advocated for it to be higher than we were going to originally put it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's not like I don't know. It's not really like a top tier Ghibli movie for me,
No.
but I think I have a similar issue that I do with Poppy Hill, which is it's not incest.
Well,
I think
It's hard
that
to
would have been awesome. Like ghost, like time travel incest.
that'd been kind of hard to accomplish.
It's just cowards over there. They don't want to follow through.
Yeah. Well, do you think Miyazaki was right about the poster?
What did you say about the poster?
He was like criticizing it because he didn't like blonde girls or whatever.
He doesn't
The
like
fuck is wrong with
blondes. Interesting. Yeah, wait, what?
Yeah, you said something about the poster back when it came out.
Can we
He was,
kill
like,
this fucking
criticizing
dude?
it.
Shitting on it like one of his studio's own movies. I mean, that's in character.
Yeah.
Fucking asshole.
Who fucking invited this dude? Fucking, can we murder him?
Don't fucking invite this fucking
Miyazaki?
dude. Fucking prick.
It's too bad I don't remember. I should have actually done research to remember what the story was. But I remember he said something about like the poster, him not liking the poster of it for whatever reason.
Pretty underrated Ghibli movie. Not
Honestly,
like-
yeah. Like, I feel like people like poo poo on it because it's not like one of the top tier ones. But even like a low level Ghibli movie for me is like still pretty strong.
I would say
It's definitely not.
most
Hmm.
Ghibli stuff is at least like a 7 for me.
Yeah, with like I don't know, the exception of like an Earthsea or Earwig and the Witch,
Right.
or even Gray.
This
Yeah,
is-
that's
I mean,
like
this
that's
is
a more
probably-
hot take though.
This is probably a 6, but like, for
Yeah, I
me
think you're like a
anyway.
low 7.
Well, Mumi 6 is actually pretty high. That means it's about as good as Free Run.
This is as good as Free Run. That's true. You know what else is as good as Free Run?
What?
Local Doll. Wait, no, I don't have that. Oh, that's a 4.
Oh,
Well, now you have to
Did you
raise
watch-
it, or you have
let's
to
hear
lower
it. What
Free
are you
Run.
gonna do?
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
I'm gonna
Blade
raise it.
Dance of the Elementalers.
I'm gonna raise Local Doll right now. It's a 6, baby.
What the fuck is Blade Dance of the Elementalers? Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Have you seen
I
this?
don't know very much about Blade Dance other than the author of it ghost wrote the last 2 volumes of Zero no Tsukaima because the original author had passed away, so he ghost wrote the last 2 volumes.
That's nice. Do we want to talk about Rail Wars?
Oh.
I don't. I feel like Rail Wars is one of
I
those shows I need to rewatch because I feel like maybe I just didn't go in like my taste has like developed since like I last saw it, but
Rail Wars?
yeah.
No, Rail Wars fucking sucks, dude. I mean, what the fuck are you gonna go? You're like, oh, I have more
Maybe I'll be
deeper
more on
appreciation
board with
for
like the fan
trains.
service and how fucking like weird and bonkers it is in terms of like, oh, there's constantly
It's not
dealing
that
with,
weird,
like-
and it's not that bonkers.
they're
Right.
constantly dealing with like terrorist plots.
Yeah, but it's not like fun. It's just terrorist.
That's the thing.
plot.
Yeah, I don't like. I feel like I was just like less so like not even considering whether or not it'd be fun. More so just like, what are we doing? The trains. Why are they getting involved in political assassinations of like royalty?
Well, I guess they're on the
I
train.
mean,
You
I'm
gotta protect
I'm
them.
gonna be honest. I'm using this podcast to give me character assassination, and I'll say I've never watched Rail Wars. I've only watched the Giga parody.
Oh no.
Oh, I feel like I'd rather watch Rail Wars than the Giga parody.
I
feel
also
like,
feel like I'd rather watch Rail Wars than the Giga parody.
Yeah,
but
I don't
that,
know,
alas, that
maybe
is
one
all
of
I've
those
seen.
things that like circumstances I'll come back to it someday and I'll give it a reevaluation because I've not seen it since I have it marked since 2017. So we'll see, but yeah, not.
Is not good. The ED is pretty hype.
I don't remember the ED. I don't remember the OP or the ED. Maybe no. Did you watch K of King? Wait, no, that's not K of King.
No.
That's K Missing King. I think that's the sequel.
Missing Kings is a movie, right?
Is it? Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. Go
I haven't seen
hands.
I didn't watch fucking cave shit.
No,
KKK.
What else?
Yeah, but yeah, what did you want to say about Loco Doll? I had something to say about it.
It's
when we were
fucking
gonna record it
good!
last. Yeah, I had something to say about it back when I watched it last year in preparation for this podcast. But it's been so long, I don't remember what I was gonna say.
Oh no!
Like it's nice. It's a nice slice. It's underrated actually, because like
What's it about?
it's about local dolls, like local idols, right? So
Okay.
yeah, so like one of the girls is like they're setting up doing a local doll thing where they can kind of like advertise little area local event stuff, and the other girl kind of gets like recruited into doing it with her because like she's like, oh, I like this girl, I want to be friends with her, and they start doing these little like events where they like go up on the stage like in this little communal area and like we'll do a little song and dance or whatever, and then eventually they team up with the girl that is the town's mascot, who's that like blue blob character.
Yeah, it's like a dancing blob.
Yeah, like if you know like all those little like random mascots they show, or like, oh look, Japan loves mascots, and like the drummer that like, oh, this person's way too overqualified for their drumming or whatever. Like all those are generally like area mascots, like local mascots. And so what they do is they basically just go around and like advertise for like, oh, they're going to be doing a community event over here. We're going to have the local idols or whatever come and sing and do a performance and all this. And so it's basically kind of like, think like a Love Live kind of thing, where it focuses a lot on, you know, their performances, like as far as why they're performing, but tie that into like the kind of slice of life Iyashikei sort of like appreciation of like your hometown area kind of thing. And so it's just basically them interacting with their community and kind of like you kind of see like the beginnings of like what could grow into a parasocial relationship if they were like actual idols, because like they start meeting people that come to like multiple events and like are rooting for them and stuff. But it's like on the small scale where it doesn't broach into that, right? Like they're just part of their community, and like it's like their grandma that lives down the street that's like, oh, do your best, girls, and you know, stuff like that. It was really cute, honestly. Like the worst part about Local Doll was when I went to Japan and I saw what real local dolls were like, and I was like, oh, this is kind of creepy. Because there's like,
yeah, that's fair.
Well, like it was where was it? Where's Otome Road? Is that Ikebukuro? Because we went to Ikebukuro to the Pokemon Center in the mall, and they happened to have like a local doll event there when we went, and it's literally like teenage girls, but like all the people that were standing around were like adults that were going to like shake their hands and stuff, like adult men and stuff. I'm like, that's a bit weird. I don't know how I feel about that.
Kind of like the inverse of like idol culture in the U.S. where it's all little girls.
What do you mean idol culture in the U.S. is little girls?
Like you know, like boy bands and stuff.
I was like, when you said that, I initially am thinking of like Madonna and stuff. But yeah, the K-pop, like BTS stuff, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, because that's basically what it is now. Yeah.
Well, no, you also were a bit of an idol back in your day, right? When you had, you know, Baby and
Why are we making this
One
Justin
time.
Bieber ass joke?
Fucking-
We really are back in 2014.
Roger just coming over, just fucking sticking the knife into his back and twisting it.
Yeah, I think Local Doll is really underrated. I think everybody should go check it out.
All right.
Yeah, the one thing I noticed though when they were filming like the PV, it was in one of the OVAs. They were filming the PV for like their local area, but like the main girl Nanoko, I don't think her 3 friends ended up being in the PV. Like I tried looking for them like throughout the episode, I couldn't find them. Did they not get featured? Because they were in the episode, but I don't think they made it into the PV. They got left out.
Oh, weird.
Hmm.
I had it rated as a 6 on AniList, but not on my anime list. I don't know how the fuck that happened.
Yeah.
Maybe it's telling you that free run should actually be lower.
Maybe. I mean, every day I consider bumping free run down another point.
Oh.
Another underrated anime is Sabajibu.
Oh,
Yeah,
we've talked about this one
Sabagaboo,
before.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the airsoft sketch comedy. Was that what you call it? A sketch comedy slapstick?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sitcom. No, not really sitcom, but yeah.
Yeah, it's an airsoft show where they shoot each other, but they're shooting each other, but it's like the in their imagination, like they're shooting people like for real. So it's like the characters die and then they come back, right? Because they're just playing a game, but and it gets like increasingly over the top. Like you had like the crab like hijack a helicopter.
Yeah, they're like shooting them while they're on a fucking like Humvee or whatever. They like crash
Yeah.
the car off a cliff.
Like the main girl Momoka in this is freaking awesome because she's just like a terrible like conniving person.
I think
But she has like this
I think
what?
she is my favorite protagonist of 2014. Honestly,
really.
yeah.
Yeah, what I like about her is she's so conniving, but she has like this weird like relationship with the otaku guy, where they have like this weird friendship.
Yeah, the fat guy.
Yeah,
I think that's
so it's cool when they like team up. I like that.
is that the same? Is that the model they use for like the fat guy in like VR chat and shit? Is the guy from Sabajibu?
It might be. Also, Momoka, she does get fat at one point.
She does, yeah. She
Yeah.
becomes a chonker at one point.
Also, her mom is also freaking insane. Like she's like time for breakfast, and then she has her gun out.
You got like the pink haired what's her name? Urara? Like
Yeah, who's like obsessed with Momoka, right?
he's like a yandere kind of character.
Yeah.
It's very funny. It's just like stupid, like turn your brain off, like they get a gun, like they're able to do all this like gun comedy shit and it not be like edgy or something because it's just them playing with airsoft guns or whatever. So you get like great bits where like they're just doing a school shooting essentially.
That really like reinforces. I remember that reminds me of like the fucking bit with the gun in Hyoka, where like they're doing like the like school fair or whatever, and Oroki is just like kind of sitting there bored, and a classmate comes up and just points a realistic looking like it was an airsoft gun or a water gun directly at his face, and that's when I was like, oh yeah, they don't have school shootings in Japan. Oh yeah, this is not like this is not something they'd be really culturally sensitive about.
Yeah. No, there's like a whole like mass like shooting on their school campus and like everyone dies. But it's okay because it's just airsoft and they all just come back because no one's actually dead, even though there's like
Yeah.
dozens of student bodies all over the campus.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, that lives on nowadays and stuff like Blue Archive as well, where, I mean, they're firing real guns in Blue Archive, but the idea is like the girls are all mostly indestructible, and I think there's only one documented death in the entire canon, as far as I'm aware.
Hmm.
I don't know, there's something just very cute about shooting a girl and she's fine, I guess.
Yeah, I think too what's interesting, so it's a shoujo manga.
Mm.
Is it really interesting?
It's a shoujo manga, yeah.
World's funniest shoujo manga.
Don't say that. No, Colleen's gonna fucking kill you next.
Well, I don't know. Maybe Colleen should read Sabagabu.
I mean, it's possible they already have.
Oh, then they might just they have different
Maybe-
tastes
maybe
in
they're a
comedy. I
fan.
guess I don't know.
Do you want to
Let's see,
shit on
what else
Tokyo
do-
Ghoul now?
I mean, I'm sure I don't have anything to say. I've never seen Tokyo Ghoul. I
Roger,
feel
have
like
you seen Tokyo Ghoul?
Oh yeah, I saw it long time ago. I'll be honest, I don't remember jack about Tokyo Ghoul.
But this just kind of feels like
Not to be confused with Tokyo Ghoul Jack, which is one of the OVAs.
it really feels like a relic of its time, honestly. Because I remember people being like posting like all like the edgy stuff with Tokyo Ghoul back in the day, and you don't see that anymore now. It's like it's gone. It doesn't exist in like the public consciousness anymore. It's like a time capsule.
Yeah. It reminds me a lot of like the Hot Topic heyday, essentially, because like that was one of the big
Yeah.
properties in Hot Topic was the Tokyo
Yeah, or
Ghoul
like
Kaneki mask on a shirt.
Just-
You're just like,
Or, yeah, just like all the edgy fucking like 14-year-old memes and stuff. That even back in like I was like the demographic for that stuff, and it was like age, and even then I was like, that is so fucking cringe.
yeah, I remember like
Holy
people
fuck.
being like, anime's not. They'd have like the stupid dialectic
Oh,
or
yeah.
whatever with
yeah.
El Stupido,
You
or
think
whatever the fuck
anime's
his
for
name is.
kids?
Anime is for kids. You think anime is for kids? What about Tokyo Ghoul? And then
Yeah,
like
it would
they
always
showed
be
like,
like
the edgy
Justin
picture.
Bieber. Yeah. Oh god. It's so. I mean, that's just like the cultural like reception of it among like edgy fucking basically Chunibyo, like American Chunibyo, more or less.
Has anyone ever
Is
done
the
like a
sh-
dissection of how this resonates with fans that people that like fucking like Slipknot?
I don't know. I mean, there's definitely something there. That feels like that feels like a topic for like a 2-hour long, 90 minutes, 2-hour long Hazel video.
How Tokyo Ghoul captured the Slipknot audience.
Capture the Slipknot. But like, is the show itself any good?
No.
No.
I mean, season 1 is just like whatever.
Mhm.
I think I gave it like a 4 because it's just like mediocre,
Yeah.
but like I didn't like it, so I'm like,
Right. Yeah.
the best part was season 2, Tokyo Ghoul what is that what it is?
Tokyo Ghoul
Is that what it is?
Oh, yeah. Doesn't it like fucking like fly off
Route
the
A,
rails?
that's what
like
it
the-
is. Yeah, Route A.
Yeah.
Where it just like is complete anime original shit. And so it
Yeah.
like
Just defecates the bed.
I was like, oh, finally, it's over. This horrible fucking horse shit. And then they did Tokyo Ghoul.
And
Re,
then.
and I'm like,
And then Ritu, and then I mean, really, I feel like the lasting legacy of Tokyo Ghoul that I see now is just the gif of him eating a hamburger and vomiting.
For me, it's that like manga panel where he's all sad is like the quintessential like locking Twitter account.
Oh yeah,
I think of like
what a
the fucking stupid song at the end, or like the OP. No one even makes memes about the OP anymore, really.
no. Well,
Oh,
do shows like this exist anymore? Is there like the closest I can think of is maybe like Kagurabachi, but even then, that's also like I feel like that's done like ironically. Even like we don't have like people just being like genuinely angsty with anime these days.
Gotcha Akuda is like the closest I can. Oh wait, no, that blood one.
Wait, the one that's airing right now,
Yeah,
Hogananki or whatever.
Togedanki,
Oh god,
yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
the closest.
maybe even then, I feel like that does not have like the cultural cachet that Tokyo Ghoul had with fucking like edgy teenagers,
Yeah.
putting that shit. And maybe that's just because like of like the death of like Tumblr culture or something.
I don't know. I
know.
feel like it just got replaced by like Chainsaw Man and Jujutsu Kaisen and like that kind of stuff.
Well, it got replaced by like, instead of like angst posting, it got replaced by like hype moments and aura, basically, with stuff like Jujutsu Kaisen.
I mean, there's like
now
angst
it's
stuff, but it's like now it's like more teenage dirtbag and less like emo him.
It's no longer just like annoying, depressed, quote unquote depressed kids, as much as it is just annoying kids.
That's interesting because I felt like when Tokyo Ghoul came out, like the whole emo thing was kind of on its way out, to be honest.
Yeah, cool. This is 2014. This is like 6-7 years after like emo and like scene stuff like on MySpace was really a big thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like
I feel like
the
this had the
late
similar
2000s.
appeal to Danganronpa and that kind of aesthetic emo thing.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I have a bit of a controversial opinion. I think the reason emo felt out of style was because people became actually more aware of mental health.
No,
Maybe a little. Like,
no, I don't think so. I think because
well,
emo
like-
is like more of an aesthetic thing.
now it's like, and this is like much more like of a subculture, like a very niche subculture thing, is like Jirai culture, Jirai fashion, things like that. Where like Tokyo Ghoul has now been replaced by like things like Tsubihime, basically.
Well, you have like TikTok emo too,
yeah.
I mean,
like the Billie Eilish,
yeah, like
looking people.
a lot of what's replaced it now is like, because I think it's because emo pop or like pop punk or whatever you want to call it, like that kind of aesthetic generally fell out of favor because it just wasn't seen as cool. Once it kind of it was established. It was established as a countercultural thing, and when it became more like mainstream approved, with stuff like I guess like Panic at the Disco getting like really really big at one point, it kind of just like people stopped thinking. I was like, it just became like the aesthetic clash of like what was becoming more popular with like rap and hip hop and stuff like that, kind of growing into the mainstream. And this sort of pop punk emo stuff that was more in the mainstream, kind of contrasting with that, where it's like, what's cooler? Some fucking Facebook emo kid with like skinny jeans and long black hair, or like the hip hop aesthetic kind of thing. And it's just like, in the general zeitgeist, one of them easily won out.
And now it's like. Now it's like, oh, like she's literally me kind of like with Tsubihime, or it's moved on to more like video game stuff. Like I'm thinking,
I'm gonna say this right now, and this might lose you some subscribers, so be warned. But this is why Giguk's a freaking sellout. Go back to emo Giguk. Everything went downhill after he stopped having the emo look. I'm telling you right now.
You gotta fuck that hair back up, dog. Even now, though, I feel like when I see someone do it, like talking about like a needy streamer overload or like things like that, I don't have the same kind of like cringe reaction to it, because it's not like the worst fucking like Facebook images made in fucking like Microsoft Paint that I've ever seen. It's people doing like cosplay or like posting like their figures and like stuff they've done with them, more productive stuff. I'm just like, that's cool. That's a much better like expression of your fandom, of your love for something, than being like, Mom and Dad told me to go to bed early tonight. I'm gonna stay up. I'm gonna close the door. I'm gonna play my Nintendo DS under the covers, and no one's gonna know.
He can't tell me what to do. He's not my real dad.
Wait, is that like your Heath Ledger Joker impression?
The Tokyo Ghoul and fucking the Heath Ledger Joker are all one and the same now.
Well, wait, yeah, because Heath Ledger Joker was emo, and then Joaquin Phoenix Joker, people were saying was like incel, right?
Incel, yeah.
Is there just a Joker for every single?
There's a Joker for every generation. Yeah, that's our cultural thesis. So, well, wait, who's Jared Leto then? What's his?
Oh, he's like a gigolo.
Like fucking SoundCloud rappers.
You mean a juggalo, not a jiggle.
white kids
Juggalo,
that desperately wish they were born black. Like,
Yeah,
fuck!
yeah. Heath Ledger Joker. Well, yeah, Heath Ledger Joker's emo. Joaquin Phoenix Joker is an incel, and like Jared Leto Joker is like rapper Machine Gun Kelly. Like back when he was a rapper.
Fucking people that like who's like the 50% of their personality is the fact they smoke weed.
They should have got Machine Gun Kelly instead of Jared Leto.
Oh my god, what other fucking like shit do we have?
Yeah, what other shows? It's getting hot, so hot in this room. It might as well be. Well, it's still summer, isn't it?
It is summer.
Recording this,
It's summer and I want to die.
I think summer starts ends a week from now. Is like the 21st, I think.
So by the time people listen to it, it probably won't be summer anymore. But
no,
well,
depending on where they're listening to it,
yeah,
because this will go up like a week later on YouTube. But
What's the girls
Nozaki-kun?
Yeah,
this one's cute. I don't have a ton of memories of it, but I do remember like I think it was maybe like the first like reverse harem that I'd ever seen, so I didn't really understand the concept.
Not really a reverse
initially.
harem.
Is it not?
No, it's just a rom-com, really.
Just rom-com.
Yeah. She's like in love with the guy, and he's like, "Oh, you must have found out I'm a shoujo mangaka. Here's my autograph." And she's just like, "What?" Like, so confused. And then she gets like, because she wants to be around him and like date him, she starts like helping him with his manga shit, and she's like, "I have no idea what I'm doing." Chia was like the cutest fucking character ever, honestly.
Yeah, this is a very cute show.
She's my favorite Pokemon, actually.
Chia? What?
Don't you remember the meme? She's like Paris.
Oh yeah.
Because of the little bows.
Oh my god.
Because of the fucking polka dots.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
I like how she like balance. They kind of balance really well with her, like the more like a standard kind of shoujo protagonist, but like incorporating the like the girl failure kind of aspects, where she's like acts as a straight man to a lot of things, but she's like having this biting commentary of it at the same time of like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck are we doing?
I really like the basketball girl. What was her name? SAO, I think.
Theo, yeah. She's
because she.
I like when they go to the fucking movie theater and they're like watching some tragedy drama or something. She's like cracking up in the middle of the theater.
She's laughing like super loudly. And
it was a
like
horror
really
movie.
Good
That's
singer
what it was.
too. Yeah, she's like a really good singer too, right? She's like an opera singer.
Yeah, I mean,
she's
it
a
is
choir?
Miyuki
Is she
Sawa.
like
the voice actor?
Yeah.
Oh.
It is Kombaru. She can sing.
Yeah, well, like so like, yeah, it's mostly the interesting thing about it, right? So Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun is not a shoujo manga, but the writer based it off of like their own experiences writing shoujo manga. So
okay, wait, so they've written shoujo manga in the past, and this one was just published in some other magazine then?
Yeah, it's not a shoujo work.
Okay.
It's
this coming from someone who's previously done primarily shoujo work?
Yeah, it's so it was published. I don't actually know what mangazine it was published in.
Mangas.
That's what I call it, by the way. It's a mangazine.
That's good. You should trademark that.
There's a 4-koma.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wait, it's a yonkoma?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Gone Online.
Huh.
But yeah, it's a nice change of pace because it's making fun of like poking fun at like shoujo stuff, but it's doing it from a place of like we're in on the joke, right? Like it's not like putting down shoujo manga and shoujo conventions and stuff like that. It's like these are kind of silly, but we can acknowledge it.
It's playing off these things that you like appreciate about it.
Yeah,
basically.
Right. I like the part
where I also like in the opening they blow up the tanuki and the fire from the tanuki explosion forms the state of Texas. You seen that movie?
Excuse me?
Yeah, you've seen the Nozaki-kun opening, right? They blow up the tanuki.
I don't remember the Nozaki.
They like hit it with the fucking brush and
it explodes. And then it forms the state of Texas, like the shape of it when it explodes.
I can see it somewhat.
Yeah,
I like,
so I would have thought Mumi you would be like Leo pointing after seeing that.
eh, eh. No, I like the humor, because like he's trying to come up with like more unconventional and like clever ways to do like shoujo stuff, because he's like, oh, it's all been done so many times, and he come up with it. So like him and Chio get like stuck at school in the rain. He's like, this is a great opportunity for me to research how I can make a more romantic thing that's not just them sharing an umbrella. I know. What if he just doesn't have an umbrella and he just puts his coat over his head and then like he walks over the girl? Let's try it. And it's like they make some weird fucking like human centipede contraption where he's got like his shirt over his head and he's like crossed over the girl and she's just like, what the fuck is happening right now? There's so many like just funny bits like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. You don't see a whole lot of comedies that are like genre comedies like that. And I appreciate it.
So it sounds a lot like Nokotan, and runs and based on because I don't really remember much. I do remember a lot of Nokotan. It sounds very similar to that.
I will fucking end you.
Yeah. The one thing about Nozaki-kun, it does make me kind of want to read some of the shoujo manga that this author worked on. Like,
what else have they done? Has any of them been adapted
Teacher.
into anime?
None of them have been, but there's
That's
like Oresama
unfortunate.
Teacher, which was pretty well known. It ran from 2007 to 2020.
Wow.
For
Damn,
29
Nozaki-kun
volumes.
is still going too. Wow.
Yeah, Nozaki-kun's still going. I know, because I have to. For Christmas, I ordered my sister some more like Japanese volumes of it because she's a fan of it.
Oh hell yeah. Mumi, do you have anything to say about Yamano Susume season 2? Didn't we just talk about this like recently?
Well, we
Very
talked
recently.
about Yamano Susume the first season in
Right.
2013, right?
We did.
Yeah,
There's
no,
a
but
bit
like
more, a bit more
on
going
the
on in
podcast,
season
weren't we
two.
talking about Yamano Susume relatively recently, or was it just a conversation we were
I think
having?
it came up. I don't think it was like in depth or anything.
Yeah.
No, if it was Yamano Susume, I don't know. Was it with the Phenom Sage episode?
No, this is like within like the last couple weeks.
Yeah, I feel a bit bad because I've been calling him Phenom Sage the entire time until I realized from that episode it's actually pronounced Phenom.
You know what I'm saying?
I've been saying Phenom.
I do like
Venom.
Oh no! What? No! Why would you?
Well, you don't like me referencing the hit
No.
Eminem song?
No. Yamano Susume season 2 is good. It was a significant step up from season 1. I was like, oh, finally, it's actually good. It's not just a meme. I'm not just watching this because it's the funny mountain climbing lolly anime. I had like a lot of like emotional moment, like them when she's like dressed like my favorite shot, my favorite scene shot, I don't know how is like
Cut.
when Hina
Yeah.
is like they're like remembering when they were kids, and Hina's like, no, that's not Hina. Hinata's the other one. Alba is dressed up as a firefly. She's like, I'll guide you, and like she's like holding them hands and like guiding them in the dark. She's like, look, we found where we're going.
Yeah, that like flashback episode was really well directed too. It's like such a pretty looking
Oh, it's
episode.
great. I love that, the visuals. I love that whole part, like episode basically.
Yeah, wait, is season 2 when Hinata becomes the Joker, or is that season 3?
That's season 3.
Oh.
The season 2 is still like they're basically just building on season 1, but it doesn't have like a lot like doesn't have a lot of time. It's still it's basically like a 12 episode show, but like they're essentially starting from scratch. They basically have like the premise established from the first season, and that's about it.
Well, the big thing in season 2 that I remember is the challenges involving Mount Fuji, right?
Yeah,
The big boss of season 2, Mount
Big
Fuji.
boss.
and she feels
Yeah.
bad. She's like, I couldn't climb Mount Fuji. And like, oh, we can do it next time.
Yeah, well, it was like a big thing too. I don't know. I really could connect with that because it's like it's one of those things where it's like one group of people they want to do one thing, but like there's something standing in your way from being able to do it the same way they can. So like for me, when I was a kid, like they'd always want to go on roller coasters, but I'd never be too tall to ride the roller coaster, so I'd just be there like, sorry, I can't ride the roller coaster with you. So sometimes they couldn't ride the roller coaster at all because I'd be like dragging them down. So it's like that was a similar thing where like I wish I could just climb Mount Fuji, but I physically cannot. And that inadequacy, I think that's such a great moment. Yeah, it's neat. I think it's neat.
I gotta
and
get
I
around
like the
to it
fact
someday.
what I love about and this is kind of an interesting thing I feel about Aoi's personality. Like looking just at her character from like the cover art, right? You would think she's kind of like a very like nice or like calm kind of character, but she has a bit of a mean streak actually, kind of like Nijika from Bochi, who I also think kind of has a mean streak. Where it's like she'll get kind of angry, she'll get a bit like she'll get a bit like confrontational, and she like fights with Hinata a lot. So it does feel like more like a bit more like beyond like what the character design or at least what I expected from the character design anyway. I don't know, maybe other people felt a bit different about those expectations,
Did it subverted your expectations?
Yeah, because I would say so.
What else do we want to talk about? Because we talked about basically everything that I have seen from this season.
Yeah. So, Mumi, have you seen Hana Yamada?
Yes. That was a
What do you
cute
think
show.
of that?
What's it about?
Doesn't really do anything. It's just about like a girl who comes across like some foreigner doing like this dance during a festival, and she's like, "Oh, I want to do that," and then like she finds out that the girl goes to her school and has like a whole club going, and so they recruit other girls into this like ceremonial dance club.
Doesn't look like just like a nice like slice of life.
Yeah,
it's more
What
dramatic.
is this name? Hana and Fountain Stand.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, so the thing about this show is I always felt like when Soriori came out, like people are like, oh, Ishizuka, she did like a character drama. It's weird because I feel like a number of stuff from Soriori was also in Hana Yamada as well, like that similar kind of character drama.
Yeah, it's very similar in how they like recruit people and stuff, like set up that whole like arc with the characters.
Yeah, and so like the big conflict I remember from Hana Yamada was, whether or not Hana would be able to stay in Japan, right?
Right.
Because, she's a gaijin, so she wants to go back, she might have to go back to America and all of that. It's unfortunate I didn't bring enough to talk about with regards to the show, because I think it's very well made, like the direction in particular.
Visually is very
like,
good, like well shot, well like produced. It is Madhouse.
It's kind of amazing that Ishizuka did like No Game No Life the last season and then Hana Yamada this season. Like I don't know how she managed to work on like 2 shows at once practically.
That's a good point. I
in
never
that
really
time.
thought about that. Maybe that explains why No Game No Life sucked.
Listen, can't always hit a home run.
Listen, no one's getting filtered by that at this point. They already got filtered by the first fucking like 20 minutes when we talked about Glasslip.
Yeah.
If you're here
Which
now,
will
this
not
is why
move
I
to
have
the
to-
end. That is staying right where it is. And if people don't like that, I mean, well, they could just, in theory, skip ahead. But
I don't know. I feel like after the poor performance of the last one, I don't think we really have much to lose with this one.
we had
Maybe if we put Mumi as the guest in the title rather than me. it'll-
featuring movie from the Weeb Crew.
This would confuse everyone.
Maybe people will be excited. Oh yeah, have you seen Mujaki no Rakuen Paradise of Innocence? That's a pretty wacky one.
What the hell's this?
I read the manga for this.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is one of the few manga you've read.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Erased if it was like an ecchi show.
Yeah.
Like ecchi Erased. Because it's like this dude, he goes back in time to when he was a child, and then he just like, yeah,
He's basically just literally me. Like he's like a knee at 25 years old and has no females in his life, and he's like, damn, where did I go wrong? And then he remembers like, fuck, I had like all these girls bounce on my dick when I was like 10 years old. What the fuck happened? And then he goes back in time and he's like, shit, I can fix my life.
I've seen a hentai similar to that where a fucking guy like goes back, he becomes a child. He doesn't. No, he does go back in time.
That's probably like the number one recommendation for this.
Let me see. Well, it might. I don't think it recommends hentai. No. But it's like he fucking goes back in time and he's like, now I can take revenge on all of the women who made me insecure as an adult, and I'm gonna do that by raping them. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Naruhodo.
This one has just. I think this one's more so like just wacky hijinks, right?
Yeah, not. There's no sex crimes committed in this one.
Yeah. There's a manga kind of similar to that too, where it was like this mangaka, like this failing mangaka goes back in time. That one I think is kind of interesting because like that guy, he has mental problems, right? So when he goes back in time, even though he's going back to when he was a kid, he can't become a better person just by going back because he still remembers like everything that happened to him and he was still impacted by that, even though he's a kid now. So, like, he still has all of those mental problems, and because of that, he just becomes even worse. Yeah, and I think that's kind of interesting.
Psy is discovering that this mangaka is just a porn artist.
Oh, yeah, so the mangaka has done hentai in the past, and then the two directors of the project have done pretty good hentai. I would say that the director of episode 1 has done some stuff that's good, and then I would say the director of episode 2 and 3... Takashi Nishikawa has done hentai I would legitimately consider great. Like fucking Jet Black Saga, Wagaya no Liliana-san, the animation, stuff like that. Oh, Bakamon, crazy.
Yeah, I'm not a big hentai person, so.
No, fucking Ranso 1. Ranso 1 is great.
I don't know any of these.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I know Rants, the series, but I'm not.
Well,
if wacky hijinks in that vein, you know, is your thing, then I guess Mujaki no Rakuen
very
might
tempting.
be for you.
Just read the manga.
I mean, we might watch this in our server at some point for a Saturday group watch.
I watched this like a long time ago.
It'd be fun to watch.
It was like not too long after it released.
You gave it a 2 out of 10.
Oh, I don't give scores anymore. Don't trust my scores.
I like the manga.
The only reason I still have scores on Oniwas is because I'm too lazy to get rid of them.
I didn't need to finish the manga. I was actually started reading the manga a bit like as it was publishing, and I got like a third of the way through, I guess. And I was like, well, I'll just stop it. I'll just come back to it whenever it finishes. And I guess it went on for another 60 chapters.
Yeah, the thing I want to clarify, by the way, the manga I was referring to earlier was not this one. It was called It had what the heck was it? It was I have my list up, so I'm just.
You're talking about the edgy one,
eyeballs.
Right? Because I've read that one too.
It was
this one Urameru Kachi no Nakata.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Urameru Kachi no Nakata jibun ga ana no tame ni dekiru ikutsuka no koto. That one. Is there a shorter name for this?
Oh my god, it's the backpack of consent.
Oh yeah, well that one I thought was kind of interesting because of the fact that like he can't fix his mental problems just by returning to the past, and that I thought was interesting.
Well, he does he doesn't, but then he does that, and then his daughter comes back or something and like kills him, or like it was a fun weird fucking series.
Okay,
yeah,
what?
It was very strange.
He gets worse. Well, yeah, because the protagonist actually switches to that daughter. Yeah, it does a bit of a protagonist swap. Anyhow, that's not a summer 2014 anime. It's a manga that's tangentially similar to Mujaki no Rakuen. Yeah, you also have anything else you're dying to discuss from summer? Or are we sweating it
Prisma
out
Illya is
here?
good. That was the good season. I didn't like season 1 of Prisma Illya all that much. It was like okay. This is the season that started getting good.
Because they introduced Chloe.
It's just Chloe. Mainly because it like starts doing its own thing more and starts being less like a weird Card Capture Sakura meets Fate Stay Night thing where you're just like, okay, whatever. This is like, it just starts leading into like the characters and just them doing silly stuff together where like by the time you get to season 3, they're literally just like hanging out and it's nothing else.
Doing
they
silly stuff together.
Doing silly stuff, like making out. They do end up going back to some alternate
like
timeline stuff. Yeah, but like
okay.
There for a minute, like the 2-way through three-way? I forget whatever.
3 Hertz is the studio.
Yeah, no, I think it's like
no, we have two-way Hertz, and then 3-way?
2-way hairs to 3-ray.
Yeah, and then 3-ray.
3-ray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
that's
okay, so 2-way
confusing.
Hertz, I guess,
Movie.
is the one I'm thinking of, just the 3rd season.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, those 2 seasons are just where it kind of gets a little. This is 2-way Hertz is the one that aired alongside of Illuminated Blade Works.
Oh, interesting.
It was like the healing season.
Yeah.
You would watch Unlimited Blade Works and you'd be brutally murdered, and you would watch the Magical Girl show and be like, it's all right. Everything's fine.
Everything's back in place where it should be. She's having fun with her friends in school. It's all okay. Then you have fucking like Shota Gilgamesh.
Hell yeah. Shota Gilgamesh is from like one of the games, isn't he?
Yeah.
Fucking is it Hollow Ataraxia?
No, I think he's literally from this. I think this is what created Shota Gilgamesh, but they probably didn't use him in the game.
Okay.
I think you might be thinking of like Apocryph? What?
Apocrypha?
Fate? Strange Fate? Is that the one where they
no,
have
no, because in Strange Fate he's just like a guy still.
Right.
No, because like I remember seeing
like
in the game he has like this like fucking like smug look. I mean, because of course he does.
Is there a picture of Gilgamesh that he's not smug?
I don't know.
Garugamesh.
Konata, where does Shota Gilgamesh come
Fate Grand
from?
Order.
What game?
He's from Hollow Ataraxia, you fucking normies.
Yeah, sweet. When did Ataraxia come out?
Like a year after Stay Night, I think, right?
Interesting. Yeah, he just has this fucking smug ass look on his face. Doing a fucking little
He looks less like a Shota, more like a
femboy twink.
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if I like that figure. I don't know. I don't like where that's going. It's just like a little fucking gachapon figure, but I don't know if I like where that's going.
I feel like the further this podcast has gone on, the more it's gone in this direction.
Did you watch Tokyo ESP?
Yes, I did, and I watched it to talk about here.
What did you think? What's it about?
I liked. All right. So it's related to Gare Zero because it's the same author. Because Gare Zero, the anime. Yeah, they're in the show. They're in the first episode. But I think it takes place. I don't think it takes place in the same thing, right? Because at the end of Gare Zero, the character dynamics are different, right? They're not just hanging out, are they?
No. Yeah, this is a bit different.
Because Gare Zero is a prequel anime to the manga Gare. So you watch Gare Zero and then you read Gare. But Tokyo ESP isn't quite like the first few episodes of it make it more like a Gare kind of story, but it's more like a comedic, somewhat lighthearted, like shonen action kind of work.
It's like X-Men.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. The main thing I remember about it is the fact that the Canipa's in it.
The penguin, yeah.
The penguin's Canipa. And so the main reason I wanted to watch it was because I have the Canipa Effect t-shirt and I flaunt it every year, on my birthday.
Why did he use the penguin from Tokyo ESP of all things?
Yeah, I guess because it was around the time I guess he started making videos, right?
Guess
so I actually cosplayed as Canipa at Anime NYC this past year.
Oh?
You cosplay.
because I had the shirt. That was the extent of my cosplay. I had the
Hell
shirt.
yeah.
Did anyone
and I
recognize
do
that
the
it was a
voice
Canipa
sometimes.
shirt?
No, not until I pointed it out.
Oh.
But yeah, Tokyo ESP. It's kind of like the tone of it. I think it feels very different when it starts to how it ends up. I think because like you start watching it and it feels a bit more like dark or edgy or serious than it ends up being.
Yeah.
I will say, when I watched the show, I felt more inclined to defend it, just because I thought some people were just like, I was reading comments that people left of it when it released, and I felt like people were being either purposefully dense or they just missed the point of some of the characters. Not to sound too like elitist or anything, but like I wrote down here as in my impressions for the show back when I finished it, that people felt very harsh because they didn't understand Minami, who I believe Minami, that character is like one of the antagonists of the show, who like she wants like Kyotaru, who's like the main dude, to like be on her side, and so like because both of them, so they were just like, oh, why is Minami after some guy? And I was like, well, her whole point is that, you know, she saw both of them were espers hurt by society, and yet he was seemingly able to keep going, and she didn't understand that and wished he could better see her perspective and then join her side. That's what she wanted. And I didn't think that was too hard to understand, like, if you've watched the show. But for some reason, it just seemed like certain people leaving comments just could not comprehend that. And I was like, I think it's a straightforward story. I don't think you need like a freaking degree in anything really to understand the story of Tokyo ESP. But yeah, it's like an Esper story. It has a read the manga ending, which is pretty lame. It's not like that interesting, I guess, but
It's interesting. It's definitely interesting, like concept wise. Like, is this something that you're like, what the fuck is this? Because it's just like,
yeah,
such a clusterfuck of like ideas.
Well, because then they do like superhero stuff too.
Well, one of them is literally just the dad of the main girl is literally just Wolverine with a worse power. It's like magnetism. Like,
but yeah, I don't know. You could check it out, or you couldn't. It's Tokyo ESP.
I would not
Mumi,
recommend it unless you just are bored and want to watch something that no one else has watched and no one
if you
want to
if you want to see where Canipa's penguin came from, you know.
I do like the penguin, the visual of the penguin like flying around Tokyo and everyone trying to catch him and like all these like fucking goldfish like following him is kind of cool.
No, I think that's awesome. I love the penguin. Also, the guy with the glasses. I don't know if y'all remember the YouTuber Hyper's anime reviews.
Oh no, no.
But yeah, that was his avatar. Was the dude with the glasses from Tokyo ESP.
So many anitubers were just ripping off Tokyo ESP. What the fuck?
Yeah, see, if you weren't in on it back in the day, you wouldn't realize, you know, this is the show you had to watch to get all the references, you know.
Someone should make a video about Tokyo ESP and it's like your favorite anime YouTuber's favorite anime. Or something stupid.
Man, I'm gonna say it. There should be a Tokyo ESP screenshot for every single anime YouTuber.
What would
Like
the
just
movie
a screen
screenshot
cap.
be?
I don't know. You'll have to pick your favorite. Go frame by frame.
What would the Roger Smith 2004 frame be then?
See, I'm kind of like Kakashi the copy ninja. I would probably just copy Canipa's.
Oh, I guess say mine. I was like, that's a fucking non-answer.
Well, no, because I just copy because I like the flying penguin. I think he's cool. I probably would have the flying penguin.
Fair. We want to talk about Hime Goto? Did you watch Hime Goto?
Yeah, I liked Hime Goto. It was a really good manga, you know, about like these three friends. You know, one of them, you know, is a bit of a tomboy, but she wants to look more feminine. One of them, she wants to like stay young because she's afraid she's like the popular girl at her college, and she wants to stay. Oh wait, oh not that Hime Goto.
This Hime Goto.
What?
Oh, okay. Oh wait, there wasn't an anime of that Hime-goto, was there?
The Himigoto, you get to see his bulge.
I was prepared to talk about the other Hime-goto. I don't have much to say on this one.
Yeah.
I've watched it. I don't really remember it, to be honest.
Well, this isn't etchy.
Because I really like the other Hime-goto, but I don't remember really anything about this Hime-goto.
It's created by Norio. Yeah, not really much to talk about. I was gonna see who the fucking character designer was.
The only
Character
thing I
designer.
really wanted to talk about was to do the bit where I mixed it up with the other Hime-goto.
That's true. That's fair. I mean, there really is not much to talk about the show. Just acknowledge that it existed and it showed someone's bulge on television.
I mean, I'm
Hooray.
sure someone else, maybe if they maybe if they read it, maybe they can leave something in the comments. Maybe they have something really
Yeah.
good to say about Hime-goto.
I like the bit
I
where they
swear
like
to
tried to
God.
molest him in the school.
I swear to God, if someone freaking leaves a comment talking about the other Hime-goto, but
what?
yeah,
Go on.
there's nothing to be done. It's not
No.
my channel.
Oh, you said you were swearing. I thought you were gonna have a really like hard stance to take on that.
No, I would probably just find it funny, to be honest. Oh yeah, did y'all see Tenkai Nights back in the day?
No.
No.
I don't think I
Yeah,
ever
that was
will.
on Cartoon Network. But it aired, so this shouldn't really count as a 2014 anime, should it? Because it aired on Cartoon Network in 2013.
Oh,
weird.
wait, what?
It was on right before, it was right after Toonami. It was a 6 a.m. They shoved it onto 6 a.m. It was it was a Canadian co-production between Studio Bones and, I forget what Canadian company. So it actually aired in English first. I don't really remember much about Tenkai Nights though, but I would like to watch it one of these days. The Japanese version was never subbed, so it's one of those I would like to watch like raw, just to practice the language a bit.
Yeah.
Because I do enjoy watching like kid shows raw, especially ones that haven't been subbed, so that I don't have like an excuse to like be lazy and watch it subbed.
We basically almost talked about everything I've seen. The only stuff we haven't talked
Yeah,
about.
I think we've just talked about every anime in existence at this point.
We still haven't talked about all the anime I saw from the season though. But I also don't know how much I'd have to say about like Majimoji Rurumo, Rokujoma no it was Invaders.
Rokujoma didn't Rokujoma have the Kickstarter or whatever?
Did it have a Kickstarter?
Yeah, I think it did for the source material, right? The light novels had like a Kickstarter.
Who's the main? Okay, the main magical girl in this, I think, isn't she like the main love interest essentially?
I don't know. I didn't
She
watch
seems-
any of these.
Oh, this bitch seems
Sorry.
really familiar, and I can't think of why.
Are you thinking of Witchcraft Works, maybe?
No, I'm not thinking of Witchcraft Work. I'm thinking of the magical girl in Invaders of the Rokujoma or whatever, where she's like a magical girl, but she's like a reluctant magical girl. Well, like her design, like her twin tail design, reminds me of somebody else with like her paired with her personality.
Oh, you
Let
know
me
who
see.
she reminds me of just looking at her design? She reminds me a little bit of Musel from Outbreak Company a little, but not quite. It's just really her hair.
That's not her personality though. Maybe I am just thinking
Yeah.
of the girl from Rokujuma or whatever.
Yeah.
She is a pretty good character, honestly. And then you have like the ghost girl, not to be confused with the ghost girl from Nana's Buried Treasure.
Yeah, or that's Nanana.
Nana's Buried Treasure. Yeah, not to be confused with her.
She is Nanana. That's her.
Yeah, not to be confused with her.
Not to be confused with the ghost guy who we're doing a podcast with.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
He's even more
But
of a
yeah,
ghost.
I
He probably
mean-
shot himself. This is this fucking conversation.
Yeah, I don't really know if I have much to say about much of the other series here. I mean, I watched Blue Spring Ride, but I don't really remember it very well. I liked the backgrounds.
was good.
Kind of like the watercolory backgrounds were cool.
It was well produced. The problem is like it seems like a very slow building series, but so it doesn't really do a lot with its 12 episodes.
Oh, you didn't watch the sequel?
There's a sequel.
There's a sequel OVA.
Oh.
It actually, the sequel OVA has like some important stuff in it, I remember. That's what I've written down in my notes here.
I didn't watch
Some
this.
rather important scenes in this. Weird how they saved it for an OVA. That's what I had to say about it.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't even know they did that. Shit.
Well, there you have it.
Does it like include stuff?
Yeah, it's episode 13.
13 and 14?
So the other one is a prequel OVA,
Oh.
which just elaborates on some of like the backstory. So according to AniList, it's adapting chapter 0 of the manga, or the prologue. But then page 13 is just continuing the story, I'm pretty sure.
So wait, was the first episode that was episode 13?
No,
It was the
the
second
first episode is episode 1. So
No,
Aoharu
what?
Ride Unwritten is chapter 0, and Aoharu Ride page 13 OVA is episode 13.
So that's the second one that aired in December.
Yeah.
That makes okay. I was like, because I saw it started airing in August, and then it aired the second one in December, and I was like, wait, the show 13 before the show ended in September? What the
No.
fuck? But I liked
Now
it.
that I think
should probably
about
go
it.
watch the OVA, I guess, because like
Now that I think about it, I kind of want to rewatch the show, though, with the OVA placed where they released, because now I feel like I kind of watched the show wrong. Now I feel like I should have watched the prequel OVA before finishing the show.
probably.
Oh man, I ought to rethink this watch order stuff. See, this is what people are talking about when watch orders are too confusing.
This is what's interesting about having conversations about shows that you watched when they aired, when it's like back in retrospect, because like I didn't know the OVA was like a thing when I watched it. I just watched it as it aired, and like I wasn't so invested that I was like looking out for things that came out afterwards or were supplementary. So I just never watched the OVA. So like where I ended, I'm just like, oh, it was like fine. Didn't really have an ending or anything. It was just kind of like whatever. So like hearing that there was an OVA that was just the ending, I'm like, oh.
Oh, it had
Why?
more of an ending. I don't remember. It felt like a lot more solid of an ending, is what I remember.
That would explain why they never did a sequel.
But to be honest, maybe this is the first time in my life where it pays to be late to the party to things. Because I'm always watching stuff like years after the fact.
Well,
Yeah.
we've talked about this before, where it's like if you're watching stuff when it airs, you're having a different experience than people that watch stuff later on, right?
Yeah.
Like
Oh, for sure.
the example I gave was Twin Tails, where it's like I watched Twin Tails and it was fucking melting on the screen, and then they fixed all the stuff I had complaints about on the Blu-ray. Where like I'm talking about my experience watching it, where like they just fucking fell apart. Fucking, it looked like horse shit. Like it was terrible. Like, and people are like, "What are you talking about?" Didn't look like that at all. And I'm like, "Well, what are you watching?" Like, "Oh, we're watching the Blu-ray." And I'm like, "Well, that's why, because I watched it when it aired. I had to like go through that shit."
Yeah.
So there are very different experiences. So like something like that is interesting.
Mhm.
Because it's like, oh,
Yeah.
What was
I
the one
think-
Shaft show that just like briefly was like CG for like maybe
Oh, that was
half
Makaku City Actors. We talked about
Oh,
that
yeah.
last podcast. We talked about
yeah, half of one episode is just CG for the broadcast, and then they fixed it for the Blu-ray release.
yeah. I think this is kind of like a Pokemon moment between us, Mumi, actually.
well, I don't know what that means.
Well, it's
What does
like
that mean?
I mean, I do remember when these shows came out, but to be honest, I didn't really pay as much attention as you, who was like, in the trenches, right? And a lot of these shows I just decided to watch on a whim, like way after the fact. So the way I see it, it's like a you teach me, I teach you kind of moment, right?
So if there were multiple of us, would be me Muse,
Yeah, no, that's what I mean by Pokemon.
right?
Yeah,
The band, Muse.
the band Pokemon,
No,
or the
Muse.
band Muse.
Yeah.
Well, we talked about Knights of Sidonia last podcast,
Right.
so
So it all ties
we already
together. It all
talked
comes
about
together. Basically, what you should take out of this podcast. All right, I'm gonna
Oh, is
Tie
that
it
we're
all
gonna
together.
close it out? We've been going for almost 3 hours.
3 hours. This is like a
Uh.
2-hour podcast. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
invite
no, but,
FD
like-
Signifier next time so it can go on for 5 hours.
So the moral of the story is everyone should go out and watch I My Me Catastrophe.
yeah, I think that's a good place to end it. Thanks,
end it
thanks,
off.
Mumi.
The best
Thanks,
comedy.
Mumi, for showing up today. We really appreciate
We
having
really
Oh
you.
yeah,
appreciate
thanks for
Moon
having me
Tiger
on my
busy.
own pie. Wait a minute.